Hi everyone, welcome back to our Shackleton Expanse campaign for Star Trek Adventures. I'm here with the motley crew of Narendra Station and associated business partners, acquaintances, and friends and stuff. We're ready for another part of the episode that we had the first part of last week. That was the sentence. Well done, me. All right, let's say hi to folks as per the tradition before we jump into the game. Anissa, hello.
Hello.
Hello. How you doing?
I'm doing all right. It's been a week. I'm very excited. We did our second episode of Time and Time Again last night, and I love co-GMing because every time I have evil plans for my players, I have someone else that I can like send them to, and we can talk about them and make them worse, and then cackle over them together, like just a mini coven of witches. It's my favorite thing in the entire world.
Wow.
But yeah, I'm
Stunning.
very excited to play some Trek tonight and see exactly what happens to Eka while they're unconscious.
Yeah.
I'm not at all concerned.
We'll see what goes down on the planet. On which planet? Rikaru 4. You live there now. That's it. Tom, how you doing, my friend?
I'm good, thanks. Sorry, I was just thinking of Eka expanding a franchise to that thing, having Ekas on Rikaru 4 kind of thing. I mean, if they're going to be there, they may as well, right? They may as well expand. But I'm good. I'm good, thank you. I hope that Kerry and Terry survive. Dynamic duo. They had a good plan, but didn't really think it through. So now they're kind of stuck. But we'll figure something out. They haven't survived this long without thinking on their feet. That was a good start.
Both words are applicable, I guess.
Yeah.
Alrighty, lovely. And while Tim attempts to log in very shortly, Susie, how are you doing?
Hello.
Can you vamp for
good.
time?
I can, yeah. We're joining a vamp bag and vamp about anything.
I don't know what you've been
Talk
doing
about shit.
lately. What drops have you been dropping?
Well,
what fights have you been fighting?
I've been fighting many fights, getting into the street fighter as you do, wrecking my old people hands. Turns out that once you get into your 30s, you don't have the sort of dexterity and stamina in your hands as you do when you're a teenager. I don't know if you knew that. And playing fighting games for a long time hurts. But you know, we learn lessons. That's why we learn. That's why we train. I don't know. So doing that. It's very muggy here in Ontario at the minute. Very, very muggy. Not on fire currently, as far as I know, which is nice. Which is good. Yeah. How's the weather back home? Has the heat passed? Are you dying?
It's cooled down. No. I'm all right. It's cooled down, thankfully. But I do have the window closed for streaming. But I have the Dyson on just to keep the heat phantom away. You know, as is tradition here in the UK.
Yes, yeah. That's why we keep fans, really. It's not actual temperature, it's keeping the demons out.
Mm-hmm.
We're back
That's why we don't have air
to
conditioning as well.
standard British summer, overcast with a light chance of rain. Standard British.
Hopefully.
Yeah.
Do you want some of my weather?
I mean, what is it?
Muggy.
No.
She just said.
No.
I don't want muggy. No, leave
us
alone. No.
Damn.
You know, I had when I was at work, I had a couple who came from Australia talk to me, and even they said British mugginess weather is unbearable, and that's from Australia. So you know, it's pretty bad.
Different
so
here.
Keep it.
The
it's
temperature's built different.
Yeah.
Yeah, but other than that, my entire life is about to go into boxes again because I'm moving soon. So that's the big thing.
Cool. Enjoy that, but enjoy your new home, obviously. Genuinely. And David, from the holidays, from the vacations. How was it?
Sorry, everyone, I was late.
Was it hot?
Oh my God, it was wonderful. It was perfect. 32 to 36 every day, and then 25 at night. It was amazing. I didn't wear clothes half the time I was there. Riza's
More into
the
that
friggin'
maybe later.
best.
Good, good. I'm glad you enjoyed it. You come back in to the second part of a two-parter episode. There's some drama has happened on the station. And while I
Yeah, I
flip
heard
reverse
Burrell.
it
I
on,
read in a report, Burrell, you got suspended.
Yeah, we'll dig into that. I'll fill you in properly,
that
bestie.
wasn't
Don't
the
you worry.
that wasn't the only thing.
No,
And while I do a
sure
little
was.
while I do a little flip reverse on Tom, I would love you, Tim, to take the log this week. I have a little log for you.
Okay.
Are you in the game? Not quite yet. I'll vamp for time with the competition because we're still doing the Roll20 competition. So whilst Tim logs into the Roll20, we're using that for our game. We're using the very module that they built to supply you with the rules for Star Trek Adventures, all searchable in the compendium. So you've got everything at your fingertips. The character sheets all got revamped. It was very, very, very nice.
It's excellent.
So if you want to get your hands on that for free, we are giving away 2 copies today as part of the stream. So if you want to be in with a chance to win one of those copies, if you type into chat !Roll20, that's ROLL20, then we'll pull names out of the hat midway through the stream and at the end of the stream as well. So stick around, find out to see whether you have won yourselves a little free module from Roll20. Tim, did you find the log? I'll show it to you.
There, it just popped up, I think.
There you go. That was me.
All right.
I clicked a button.
Ha,
Sweet.
Excellent.
Okay. Well, so take it away as soon as we just said. This is The Secrets of Bacchus, Part 2.
All right. Ambassador's log, supplemental. My vacation to Riza was exactly what I needed. Sun, sea, surf. The Rizans really know how to party. I've been catching up with some reports coming out of Narendra Station, and it's weird. I'm trying to piece together something about admirals visiting and Starfleet Command getting involved and the artifact situation, and then a bunch of logs, reports being redacted. I haven't seen that many black bars since I sent a letter to Burrell about my trip to Riza. I haven't even stepped on board yet, and I can already feel the tension. What the hell happened while I was away?
So, with your shuttle having landed and in the hangar bay area, you come off the shuttle by the back ramp, and Harvey is there along the deck. I'd say not on duty, having just come off duty, I would say, and with a pad, staring lovingly at a very battered old Rigelian freighter up, kind of hanging from one of the bays in this hangar bay. And
wait, is that the one he got before I left? Harvey, it looks so good.
Oh, hi, Oshron. Thank you. Thanks.
I love how you got the rust just kind of like in the right spot so that it almost blends right into the paint. It's beautiful.
Well, that was already there. I've been doing structural things at the moment.
Okay.
Yeah.
I knew that. I know ships.
So you're back. How was it? How?
Oh my God! Look at the shade of blue I am. Look how blue I am. It was so good.
Wow.
I burnt an antenna, but it was worth it.
Oh yeah, that looks a little.
It's a little
tender.
red.
Yeah, just a little bit. So I'm glad you had a good time.
Such
I'll come back.
Time. Can you give me any fill in on the stuff that I'm getting? I mean, fine. So I have 326 emails to go through, but there's a limit to what I'm actually parsing through. Most of it is just black box. What's going on, man?
Oh, we had an admiral arrive at the station not too long ago.
Okay.
And they asked us a number of questions regarding the artifacts and a system, which I can't remember off the top of my head. What system was it?
The Bacchus system.
It is the Bacchus system. Okay.
Yeah.
Something about the Bacchus system. That seems to be rather important. I've never. Have you ever heard of the Bacchus system?
Sam, have I ever heard of the Bacchus system?
You haven't. Not just, in passing or off the top of your head. If you were to really think about it some more, maybe check some navigational charts, you might be able to find it. But it's not one that, is typically traveled or anything like that.
All right. Yeah, no, I have no idea. What happened? Did we steal something?
I don't really know.
So if we
had an
don't know about
admiral.
it, why is everyone being so weird about it?
Well, it's strange.
Harvey, you notice like a ways away, but behind Oshron is a Starfleet, one of the repair people, who, having seen your conversation, is kind of typing out a pad and stuff, but they are just kind of looking at you.
Okay, it's well, you know, I'll let the chief fill you in. I think they're better at doing that. They
where is
probably
the
know
chief?
more.
I mean, she's never not here. Oh wait, she must be in engineering. I'll go down to engineering.
And your combat edge pips.
I tap it. Yeah, go ahead.
So that's the sound that I use when somebody joins my stream.
Oh,
so
nice.
I was like, oh my god, did you do the same thing? That's amazing. Sorry.
Go ahead.
And it's Burrell. Well, this is your message to Harvey at the end of last episode, right?
Oh yes, sorry. Rain slept since then. Harvey, could you swing by my quarters real quick? I need you to check something out. I think my replica is on the fritz.
Hi, Burrell. You're at your quarters. I'll come by too. I got photos.
I'll
Bring Oshron.
I totally got you a souvenir.
We'll be right there.
It is absolutely one of those like sex idols. 100%. Like
it's all they sell on Riser.
Yeah. Well, I better go fix a replicator, and you better give her the gift that you got her.
Yeah, I got you one too, and I kind of shove it into you uncomfortably.
Oh, what is it?
It's a gift.
Oh, well,
Don't read into it. I just thought they looked pretty cool.
I mean, yeah, I guess they look quite pretty.
It can go on your ship, and then I can hand you a bag with fuzzy dice in it.
Okay.
I heard it's an Earth thing.
Possibly, I guess.
Are you from Earth? I can't remember.
No.
Oh, great. That's even better.
He basically has been born and raised in space on a ship.
That's even better.
Right. I'll take your word for it. We'd better get to the chief. I'll take these to my quarters when we. Right. We better head
to the
off.
chief. I'm playing up the oblivious. Like I know something is up, but I have no concept of what would it be.
Yeah, absolutely. But as you travel through the station and up to the turbo lift, like you can cut the atmosphere with a knife.
That would just
as
make
like
me
people are just kind of not really talking. Like
I think my response would be like, I just don't shut up. Like it just gets worse and
Nervous
worse
talking.
and worse, where it's like that uncomfortable feeling of silence.
Yeah.
And so the turbolift goes up to one of the mid-level decks, up, towards the personnel quarters level. And on steps our plucky Ryzen doctor.
Sort of side eyes the collection of Horgon. Ambassador? Harvey?
Oh,
Doctor?
hi, Dr. Chella.
Are Are you seeking Jamaharon?
What's that?
Not right now.
What?
Okay.
Have you seen the doc though?
No. Sadak left the station with Eka a
They
few days
left?
ago.
They
Yeah,
left?
Eka
I
had some
look at Harvey and
business
double check. They left?
about.
Yes, scheduled just with Eka. It was, not too long ago.
Oh,
Yeah, they've got some of the other waiters. The service has kind of gone downhill.
they didn't tell me. They didn't tell me they were going.
Well, you were away.
I mean, I got reports from Starfleet. I could have gotten a report from. You know, what? It's okay. It's okay. I'll just wait till he gets back to give him a gift.
Eka has so many unread messages, probably from Oshron.
Yeah,
Just-
like nonstop, daily kind of updates. Just saying hi.
Just saying hi. He's like, I just tried this new drink. Maybe you can implement it at the bar. That'd be amazing.
Yes. Absolutely.
I think even if Eka were there, they probably wouldn't have read. Just be like, another one. Later.
Eventually, the turbo lift makes its way to the crew levels and
Right,
opens in the section where just around the corner you'd find Burrell's quarters.
This is us, Doctor, but I'd love to talk to you about this thing again, whatever that means. If you could tell me, like, to talk about it.
Okay. I'd love that. How about we'll meet at X place a little bit later? We can
Sure.
discuss it.
Sure, I'll
All
bring
right.
it with me.
Okay.
Okay.
Chella came away from that conversation with a completely different vibe than Harvey. I'm here for it.
And so Harvey and Oshron, you can make your way to Burrell's quarters. Do I have the door chime? Please tell me I have the door chime.
You've got to. If
I
not,
don't yet
end
have the
stream.
door chime.
Okay, that's good.
We're gonna go home. No, I don't have it. I don't have it.
Oh,
We're
you
done
don't?
now.
I thought you said
I'm
We're
just
done.
gonna. I'm just gonna.
That's
I
it.
don't even ring
End
the
stream.
bell. I just like punch in the code and just walk right in. Burrell, I'm back.
So you see Burrell stood in front of her communications terminal, not her replicator, and she looks. I mean, Burrell always kind of looks low-key angry, but the furrows are like a little more furrowed than usual, and her sleeves are rolled up. Her uniform's a little disheveled, and she just turns to look at you. But she sees you. She smiles. She's like, "Oshron."
I'm gonna run for a hug, and I want to at the same time roll like some sort of insight if I can.
Absolutely,
To try and
yeah.
start gaining us some momentum, but also to try and figure out if I clue into the fact that I should maybe play it cool or just if I'm still oblivious.
All right. So roll me insight and command.
Okay.
Any focuses that apply?
Linguistics.
I don't
or
think
negotiation.
so.
Those are the two I could think of.
I don't think you're not negotiating anything right now.
Not
Yeah,
yet.
I would say
Not yet.
probably not.
Okay. Difficulty 0. So let's see if you get any successes. 2 successes.
All right.
Lovely. What's the basic info you want to get from the roll?
The basic info is do I like carry on or do I like clue in that she's in the middle of, because this is not unusual for us to just kind of like barge in after a trip is the way I'm kind of playing it. I hope that's okay, Burrell. But
Yeah, I think Burrell and Oshron have that sort of friendship. They basically live at each other's quarters.
Yeah. And so I want to kind of like, and everything's been really stressful up to this point. I'm getting nervous. I see my best friend, and now it's like, do I clue in that something is amiss and I need to behave specifically, or am I not cluing in? And so with the 2 successes, I figure I've clued in that either something is amiss or I need to behave in a certain way. Is kind of like, so do I play up the happy, or do I let her kind of have a moment and tone it down? You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think it was probably tone it down. Susie, you can confirm that.
Yeah, you can definitely feel that Burrell is on edge. and she's in a mood.
Okay, and I just kind of like immediately like I do a quick hug, so it's not unusual, and I'm like, we'll wait over here, and I kind of pull Harvey and the things, and the doctor. I guess the doctor's here too.
I
The
think
doctor
the
can be.
doctor went off to their own quarter. Or to
Oh,
her
okay,
own
okay.
quarters.
And I held Harvey with me, and we kind of like go into one of the other rooms, let the door close.
Yeah, senior staffer. She's got more than one room in these quarters.
Fancy.
Yeah. Bedroom and living space. Oof.
Bougie.
Oh my god, I
Spared
probably
no
do
expense.
pull Harvey into the bedroom too, because that's the only way.
Sit on the bed awkwardly, holding you or whatever they are. Yeah. Yeah.
They're called Horgon.
Orgon.
Orgon.
I'm gonna need to write
Course
that
they are.
down.
Yeah.
Note: Oshron gave Orgon.
It's
Put it in your equipment list.
HORGA''HN is how it's
Sorry, what was that? H.
It's in our chat as well,
HORGA''HN
Tom.
is how it's spelled.
Thank you.
Yeah, put it in your equipment list, Tom. There you go.
We'll do. It's going to be there.
You may need to bring it out at some point in the future
You
for some
never know.
random
You
reason.
Never know.
There's random callbacks they used to do in episodes. That's it. That's what it is.
Mm-hmm.
The penny whistle. Anyway, Susie, over to you guys.
Yeah, so I think Burrell, she sees them go off into her bedroom, and I think she catches a glimpse of the Horgon that Harvey's carrying. And I think Burrell has been to Ryza before. I think she's been on vacation.
I definitely would take.
And she just sort of like, there's a moment where she's like, what?
He's kind of trying juggling because he's got one of these things and he's got a big bag of furry dice for some reason. He's trying. I'm just going to put this in here with the dice. And just pop that. Sorry, Chief. You wanted me to look at one of your replicators. There's something wrong with one?
No. But and then she pokes her head around. Oshron, why are you in my room? Come on.
Oh,
You
I'm
make
sorry,
yourself
I thought you were-
comfortable, but like.
I thought you were talking to someone.
No, it's fine. It's fine. Come here. I actually, it's not fine. And her face is like pretty serious. I got a message from someone. There's no recipient. There's no sender. No information I could find at all. And it just says Lexington. Does that mean anything to you?
Lexington? Like the ship?
Is it a ship? I mean, we could look it up in the database.
Tim is
Shouldn't
going
be
to see
too
how
hard.
much of a Star Trek nerd here remembers. The Lexington was like a constellation starship, right?
Close.
I'm just
Was
going to look
Let's
it up on
let's
the
make
database.
that your in-character knowledge for now.
Oh,
It
wait,
means
now I
nothing
can
to me.
remember. Oh my god. Okay, hold on. And it's a starship name. I'm pretty sure that, but I don't know what else. What about it?
Well, why would somebody just send that to me? And somebody who's
What
remaining
has been
anonymous?
going on? What is with you? Everyone is so on edge. Like, I actually feel like people need these.
So Burrell sits down. She sees that bottle of blood wine on her counter, and she goes and she gets her special Klingon cup for the blood wine, because she'll just have one rather than replicate one every time. Anyone blood wine?
Wow. It's like 0900. Yes, I'll have
Trust
a blood
me. When I tell you what's been happening, you'll want one.
Yeah. Hit me.
Harvey?
Um.
She gives you the peer pressure look.
Sure, Chief. Yeah, sure.
So I get like 3 cups. I pour out the blood wine, leave the bottle on the table. Susie knowing full well it's bugged. Burrell has no idea, but the juice, the gloss, the red button of it all.
Yeah.
So she pours it. She sits back on her little couch, her oddly shaped Star Trek couch, upholstered in a terrible fabric. She takes a big swig. We had an admiral visit.
So I heard. Why is it such a big deal?
I have many words to describe the admiral. None of them are particularly pleasant.
What is it with Starfleet admirals?
Well,
Exactly. So I was having this conversation with Tien. Fuck, how do you say her name? I forgot.
Tien,
Tieni?
yeah.
Tien. Dang it. I was having a conversation with Tien. They had us all sequestered, basically under arrest until we could speak to this admiral. And he gives me this hard sell how like there are 3 types of admirals in Starfleet: the good ones, the bad ones, and the necessary ones, and I'm the necessary kind. And he was trying to give me the hard sell and being tough, but there was something that didn't sit right with me. You know, he had this briefing with Admiral Hebert. General Kargan was nowhere to be seen. As far as I'm aware, nobody has consulted the Klingon Empire on any of this before this admiral came in and started throwing his weight around. But it's all to do with these artifacts that we found. He wanted everything that we had on them, personal logs, which I find personally egregious.
Wait. He went into the personal logs?
Yeah, he wanted everything.
That's illegal by Federation law.
Is there actually a stipulation in Federation law that if there's a big enough security reason, they can do that?
Yeah, but it takes
just
we're
takes
talking
ages.
months and months
right.
of like red tape just to even
yeah.
request to get them, not alone to get them.
Yeah, well, apparently, one of your admirals, and at this point, Burrell's like, one of your admirals, because she's going full on like, I'm Klingon now, and all this stupid stuff, like, can just come in and just demand whatever they want.
Did you give it to them?
Under duress, yeah, I gave them what I had.
I mean, it's an admiral. You have to follow orders.
Not when the orders are not, and I just kind of like realize I'm kind of like saying past things that don't matter anymore. So I just stop. I'm like, okay, so then what?
He left.
Yep.
That's it. So it's been like this stressful for how long?
Couple of days.
Couple of days.
I mean, I think it was just the speed of it, how unexpected it was, and it was just. I think a lot of officers got, kind of got tore up by the admiral. I mean, he seemed quite. I mean, I guess he was.
No,
he was quite ruthless.
Yeah, because we were all treated like criminals.
Yeah. I don't even know why he wanted to talk to me. All the information I told him was in the logs that I put in the mission logs.
By the way, Harvey, thank you so much for mentioning my name so much to the Admiral. He had many questions.
Oh, I didn't say anything bad.
No.
Chief, I said you ran a tight ship and everything was above board. Did I do wrong?
You were being nice.
Yeah, I kind of lead into Burrell. I'm like, wrong enemy.
He just takes a big sip.
Hey, do we need to like have a party to get everyone like relax?
I think that's probably gonna do the opposite.
Okay.
I think we just.
You want to go to the holodeck?
Last time I was on the holodeck, I went to another planet.
I think it's a pretty low chance of that happening.
The way you say
again.
that, Oshron's like, it's kind of the point, but okay.
The artifacts are gone, Chief, so I doubt it'll be.
The artifacts are gone?
Yeah, they took all the artifacts.
The Admiral took them. So the Admiral's not here anymore?
No.
Okay. What ship did the Admiral leave on? I'm just going to like, as I'm talking,
sure.
I'm going to access my ambassador logs.
Sure, it went
I have
on
higher
and
clearance than either of them,
I'm a
right?
flight boss, so I should hopefully know what ship he left on.
Yeah, it was a shuttle that was bound for a rendezvous with another Galaxy class ship.
Okay. Well, I will say the name of the
Adventure
shuttle and the name of the Galaxy class starship.
Okay, so is there I'm I'm trying to think of a way I can like look at things without being too obviously suspicious that I come back and I start snooping around immediately after he's left. You know what I mean? Like,
Are you telling us that, or are you thinking that?
I'm thinking that. I don't know if I would tell you that yet, because I'm gonna grab a pad that's
Sure.
not on the network,
Uh-huh.
and I'm just gonna write, "Can we talk?" ? And I kind of show it to the two of them.
Umbrella gets. I don't see why not.
Yeah.
Oh,
Why
good.
not?
So there's no bugs.
Bugs. What?
Well, everyone's acting so suspicious. And I'm just gonna. Is there a tricorder handy?
Yeah, this Burrell's quarters, absolutely.
I've become really paranoid. I'm gonna grab a tricorder and just scan the room. Is there
All
any
right.
listening devices or anything in here?
Give me a reason and security roll.
God, if I actually find something, this is gonna be so awkward.
Oh, Burrell is gonna go nuclear.
Oh,
Any focuses?
Oh my God, these are not the great. I mean, Federation law would be my only one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
screw it. Yeah.
why not?
I'm gonna use one of those momentums that I had to give
Sure.
myself an extra dice.
All right.
So I got 3 dice.
That's gonna make this difficulty 2.
Okay, let's do it.
Oh,
Yeah.
And the tricorder detects like a little, little data frequency thing coming from the bottle of blood wine.
Okay. How would I do this now? Because I am not I have security training, but I'm not a security person. I'm gonna do it like Burrell and I have been friends long enough that we would have inside jokes, right?
Yes.
Okay, so Burrell, I'm going to use a couple of the inside jokes that would hint, I'm going to talk about that time that Lieutenant Ricks kept needing to hear what we were saying and kept trying to snoop in on our conversation, and so we started making fun of him every time we knew he was doing it, so that he wouldn't listen anymore.
Okay, so roll me presence and security.
I just realized Burrell and Oshron are those bitchy brunch gays.
We are the bitchy brunch gays, and I think we're also not mean, I hope.
No.
No one else let us be mean, okay?
We just gossip.
Yes.
And you make yourself plain and clear.
Okay. So you
like...
now know that you've got a bug, and I kind of point to it, but I think removing it would be more detrimental than not. And I just kind of say, you know what? We need a walk in the Arboretum. Let's go. We're going for a walk. You guys are stressed. I got to put these Horcruxes away anyways. You've got to put your fuzzy dice away. Oh, and by the way, and I hand one to you, Burrell. The one I hand to you is your favorite colors, but stripes and polka dots. It's just hideous, but it's got your favorite colors on it. So I was and I'm really proud of it.
Why?
Oh, that's all they sell. There is nothing else to bring back as souvenirs. It's the craziest thing.
Right. Yeah, I'm just gonna go put this
right here. I put it right next to your right next to your desk, where when the monitor is on, it's obviously present. I'm super proud of it.
I think you're lucky that Burrell is filled with Klingon anger right now, because she would immediately just throw it in the trash, but she's kind of distracted. She's got some Gowron eyes going on looking at this bug.
Amazing. Okay, so yeah, let's go for a walk. Is there? How can we bring it in?
We just, we'll just leave before we talk any further. And Burrell's
Okay.
like pushing.
Yeah.
Okay. Is this what you wanted me to? Okay, we're leaving your quarters.
We're gonna put your dice in your room, man. Like you don't need to.
My room is a few decks down.
Yeah, great. Let's go.
Okay.
We'll read them on the way.
Okay, I guess you can go to my quarters. Sure.
And Burrell is like muttering under her breath. She's swearing a lot in Klingon right now, very quietly to herself. Her footsteps are a little stompier than usual. But she says, I don't know what we're going to do from this point, but I want to speak to General Cargan. This is a gross overstepping of Starfleet.
Is there a way? Were my readings good enough? I had one more momentum. Can I blow that momentum to gather information? Was it a Starfleet tracker or was it something else?
I don't know the answer to that question.
Ooh.
I think Burrell
that's
just
a good
assumes
point.
it is, though.
Yes, yeah.
We have to ask someone else.
We need to ask someone.
Well, if only the person who maybe
So the
purveyor of
person who
slightly
made
shady
it, could
things
they message me?
was on the station and not unconscious somewhere.
Okay. So we'll drop stuff off at Harvey's and then go to the Arboretum because I'm assuming there's a big one. I think there is, if I remember the map right.
There is a beautiful Arboretum, and it's the first opportunity that I get to play my Arboretum sound. So thank you very much.
Arboretum
song. Oh my
It's an Arboretum sound.
So,
Anita, why is Dr. Chella in the Arboretum?
Oh, Dr. Shella has been researching a little bit of herbalism to supplement some of the medicine that they've been working on.
Beautiful. Should we add that as a
there
focus?
are a few examples of herbs from Ryza as well that Dr. Chella has actually been tending to.
Beautiful. We could add that as a focus.
Yeah, add a focus in botany.
Beautiful. This motley crew of Starfleet officers and diplomatic peoples bump into you once again.
Hey, Doc.
Hello.
Hi.
Notices that the statue is missing.
Yeah.
Good to see you again, Harv. I'm just tending to the plants here.
Does the doctor have a crush on Harvey?
they look. What? Are you gonna have to tell me if you're saying that or whispering? They look really nice.
What brings you all to the Arboretum? I don't see you around here often.
We just go for a walk. What brings you here?
Tending to the plants. There's a couple of things that need a little bit more care, and so the lead botanist on the station actually let me take care of some of the specimens from Ryza.
Which ones did you got from Ryza? I was just there.
So we've got
You can tan, and I'm so proud of how dark blue I am.
You actually did get
my
some
one
really good
antenna
color.
is very much like pink. Like it's like I forgot.
Do you here? I think Dr. Chell is also gonna just pull out like a little pocket, medical kit, and is just going to treat the sunburn. There, that should be better.
Wait, maybe I can do that. Did it work? It should cover the red.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. That should at least stop because it might get a little bit burny.
Oh yeah.
It might get itchy in the next couple days too.
Really?
Yeah. It's that healing factor that sometimes happens. You go after a scar, starts to heal over. You get that itch. Just building up new epithelials.
You're really good. Okay. Okay, so even with the doc here, I'm at the point where it's like there's obviously something wrong with Burrell. Harvey's acting more neurotypical than he normally is, and I just kind of like stop, and in the middle of this whatever glade we're in, I'm like, all right, what in the Cardassian War is going on here?
I'm just tending.
Why do you
plants.
have no? You can stay, Doc. Doc? Do you have listening devices in your room? Harvey,
What?
do you?
Not that
what-
I'm aware of. Should I be worried that there are listening devices in my room?
Who
I
has
mean-
listening devices in their room?
Burrell.
Burrell's just like, why do you think we left my quarters, Harvey?
I don't
Why do
know.
you think?
Didn't you hear what I was saying? Mother.
I don't know what that means, Oshron. I don't. All I know is you asked me to go to your quarters, Burrell, and then you give me some blood wine. I get, and then we leave. I don't.
I don't think Burrell knew it was there. Did you know it was there?
No, I had no idea.
Yeah, was it?
So do you think that Admiral planted a listening device in your room?
Honestly, wouldn't surprise me.
So there has to be
Admiral
more
wouldn't-
to this story than what, like,
Oh, are we
an
talking
Admiral
about?
arrived. Oh, sorry, Doc. What?
No, we're talking about Admiral.
Yeah,
the one
like
that
the
asked for
Tellarite?
all of the information. Yeah, the one that asked for
Yeah.
all the information about the doobly doos.
The doodly doos. Yeah.
Yeah,
Uh,
grossly overstepping, taking
Oh,
personal
it
logs.
was
Did
an
you take your
overstep?
personal logs?
I just gave him all my personal logs.
Oh man.
I mean, an
None
admiral
of you guys
asks
take
you
Professor Harvey's
share information. I will share information with an admiral.
It's
mean-
it's private. They don't have the
What
right.
is ours is yours. It's kind of a whole philosophy that Risens hold.
I
We
know.
share everything.
I know. Unfortunately, it's not always used to the benefit of others, as it is on Ryza.
I figured that I heard through the grapevine that the admiral was looking for information about the artifacts
Doodly-doo.
and everything, and so I gave him a full report. I talked about how the Orions broke in and tried to jack into the system, how I had to treat them afterwards. Like I just volunteered the information.
I mean, they were in
Here's
the
the thing.
mission logs. I mean,
Yeah,
mission
everything
logs,
was
I-
in the mission logs, but that wasn't enough for the admiral.
I mean, mostly my
And-
personal logs are just my medical notations.
And
To
where
top
are
it
the
all
people-
off, Admiral Herbert had no idea. She had some idea someone was coming. She didn't know what it was about. She didn't know who it would be. She didn't know what they wanted. And the admiral, the Tellarite admiral that came, whose name I have forgotten in my blind rage, wouldn't tell her anything either. He was like, "It's for me to know, and me only to know." And Burrell's like pacing. She's like wearing a hole in this like patch of grass.
I mean, Admiral Zasog was very nice to me. I don't really know what the problem was.
I don't know if it's a problem, but it's definitely unusual. Admirals know they're not allowed to access that unless it's given freely. So in your case, it was okay, but in everyone else's case, it sounds like they were ordered to, and that's not okay. There's nothing about that that's okay.
Well, I mean, if the orders came through from Starfleet Security, they might have been cleared,
No,
wouldn't they?
it, and I kind of like just look and I'm like, it's too big a process to just do that easily.
But I mean, if the admiral did overstep, then there would be a paper trail. Or if the admiral didn't overstep, there would be a paper trail, correct?
Yes, there would be.
There would be the proper requisitions for logs filed in the system. Can we check for that?
I should have clearance to see that. At least see the trail. If not, I wouldn't be able to maybe see the logs themselves, but I'd be able to see the trail likely. I'm gonna try. I'm gonna tap into the computer through the tricorder I got and see if I can access that.
Okay.
I'll
So
log in with my login, like the proper like ambassadorial login, because that's not unusual anyways. I'd have stuff I'd have to do regardless, right? So
Okay, so give me a reason and con test.
Oh, Jesus.
So it's going to be
my
difficulty 2.
My two lowest ones. I am going
difficulty
to use
1,
Federation
sorry.
Law for this one.
Okay.
I kind of do it down, and like I start to realize that what I'm doing is beyond stuff that I've done before, and I kind of like lean forward in hopes that there's someone who can assist me. And I'll make my. Can I use Federation Law?
Yeah.
Okay. So I've got to focus.
What would this be if someone set a system? If
How
we
would you
could,
like
even
to
could.
assist him?
What? I rolled a 1, guys.
You rolled a 1.
I
Giving you
rolled
2
a 1.
successes.
Never
It's
mind.
1 success with 1 momentum. So
Would
what
that also
was-
be assisted by the station's computers?
Even I looked-
yes.
Yeah.
Computers and security.
Let's fish for a little bit more momentum, shall we?
Yeah.
Computers and security. And all right. Nothing complication from the system.
A 20 from the
Whoops.
station.
Sorry, everybody.
So the computers let whoever know I'm looking, but I found it.
Oh, God.
Would you like to pay off that complication by giving me 2 threat?
She has 10 already.
You 10 already?
Oh,
No.
yes. This is part 2 of an adventure of a session.
Can I burn off my
the
3 momentum instead?
Nope.
Nope, she says. No.
No.
That's not how it works.
No, we're gonna leave it because
Okay.
at the very least, I would know this, and so in my brain, it's like at the very least we're gonna start to get some answers, right? Because if it's Starfleet, then I will definitely find out quickly. If it's not Starfleet, they're gonna come after us.
Okay. So what exactly is
I'm living. Oshron is living his absolute best spy novels right now. Like and the fact that he just made that roll is just like those literally are my 2 lowest attributes and disciplines. Like nothing else on my character sheet is that low. So I'm flying kind of high, and I would say Burrell is even very aware of the fact that I just pulled that out of my ass.
So what exactly would you like to know?
I guess we want to know, did he make the proper, so the point was to see if we can find a paper trail. Because if he made these requests legally, there would have to be a paper trail, and it would be substantial. It would not be just like 1, 2, 3. If he didn't make the requests and made the demands while waiting, it's still illegal.
He did get proper clearance for requesting the logs. If denied, then they would have to go through the regular process. So he's straying on a very grey area, considering he kind of ordered people to give him the logs.
So he got permission to request them.
Yes.
But they could have refused had they known the law.
Effectively. However, he did not get permission through regular Starfleet command, security, or intelligence office channels. He cited an incredibly obscure subclause of a not even one of the general orders, one of the books of the order of the flag of blah blah blah, and it literally names the Bacchus system as the reason why he can do what he did.
The actual clause names the Bacchus system?
It's called the Bacchus clause.
Okay, I full on at this point I'll have my tricorder, and I just imagine the 4 of us just kind of crowd around this tricorder. Has any of you heard of the Bacchus system?
No.
I tried just a quick general inquiry for Bacchus system.
It comes up as a system that is that like the very first thing that comes up is a warning, and that there is basically like a no-fly quarantine around the system, and like a light year around it or something.
And where is it in relation to us?
You would have to start to dig up that information, because it's basically a kind of like, it's almost like a pop-up that is like, you will not proceed any further, do not go to the Bacchus system.
So it's saying don't go there, but it won't tell us where it is.
Mm-hmm.
It's
I
like
kind of look
one
at
those
Burrell and
things-
like, could you imagine just accidentally flying into the Bacchus system? Wait.
Well, I
You would
mean,
have to
people
go to
land-
like one of the like places where like navigational computers
I imagine
contain that
there's
information.
warning buoys as well around saying.
Yeah.
don't
Yeah.
land.
And if you're flying close enough to it, you might need to relay around it because you plug in your coordinates when you're flying your starship, and then press the
I
button,
mean-
and it might pop up with a warning.
Yeah, I would say like Harvey, like you would probably know that if you most of the time, if you plug in a pretty regular or normal like course, if you're not doing something custom on a starship, you just tell it, I want to go to this place. The algorithms will just take you around the Bacchus
Yeah.
system.
It probably knows the like the
Yep.
routes that it'll.
It's
that
just
most starships
programmed
take.
into
Yeah.
the algorithm. It's people will not even interact with the fact they have to avoid it.
Okay. Any ideas, peeps?
Regarding what?
Well, he went through the proper channels. It's a little bit of a gray area, but he went through the proper channels.
Yeah, but he didn't. Like, look, like it's obviously right. So this is.
I want to talk to
What
General
happened?
Cargan.
Yeah, what
What
happened
about
with the
General
Bacchus
Howard?
system that
General
caused this
Howard,
kind of
what
law?
Heather just rolled over. She let him just walk in and do whatever. Didn't challenge him.
But have we talked? Like, have you talked to General Hebert since it's happened?
Not really.
But we
Right,
can't.
but-
find Carter.
Maybe if this is more your kind of level of rank, I'm. But what I can do, Burrell, if you want, I can try and find out where that message came from, and if you want,
That would be great.
and look into maybe the Lexington, see if I can find some any more info.
There's a
Oh
message.
yes. Oh, yeah. He looks at Burrell to see if it's okay to tell the dog.
She just sort of shrugs. Welcome to
did-
the criminal conspiracy.
It's, well, I wouldn't call it
Oh,
that,
we
but
need to workshop that name.
the chief just got a message from someone unknown that just said Lexington, and we don't know where it's
Lexington.
from, so I'm gonna try and find out where.
Hello, GM. Dr. Chella already has a focus in exobotany. Would I be able to have a focus in starships?
Yeah.
Okay. Lexington.
What about
Starship-
starships? Is it like
Starships of history.
starships for history? Love that focus. That's a fun focus.
Let's see. Lexington.
The Lexington.
There's a few
give me
of them. There's a Nebula class that's a Lexington. There's a Constitution class that was a Lexington. The new Lexington is the Nebula class. But if we're talking about a system that has already been on quarantine and that is already written into Federation law, maybe we're talking about the Constitution class.
Maybe. I suppose I could look up, or yourself, Doctor,
I
look
can-
up both.
Yeah, give me 1 second. Can I see that pad?
Yeah.
Chella's going to do just a real quick rudimentary search for the USS Lexington Constitution class.
Yeah. Make me reason and con check.
Not very good at the con. So we got a 50-50 chance of getting this right. Focus is applied.
Difficulty
East.
0.
Difficulty 0.
Mhm.
There
I
we go.
got 1 success.
All right. So that's 1 more momentum for you. 2 in the pot. And the basic success is, yes, the Lexington could very much well be referencing the Constitution class from the like mid 23rd century. Famously, she came under attack by the M5 Multitronic unit during a Starfleet War Games exercise. But the crew, and I have not seen the Ultimate Computer episode, but I'm reading off Memory Alpha, and it tells me 53 crew were killed during the initial attack by the USS Enterprise. So I guess it was meant to be a war exercise and things went wrong.
It was I watched that episode a long time ago. It was one of the Federation's first sort of forays into the world of AI. They were trying to come up with a new tactical system that could be a better tactician than someone behind a helm firing the phasers. And the computer went a little nutty, if I'm remembering my history correctly. And the USS Enterprise had to step in and stop it.
You've got
Kirk's Enterprise.
You've got 2 momentum as well. If you wanted to ask any questions, I'll advise you: the more generalized, the better.
More generalized, the better. Is there any connection between the Lexington and the Bacchus system?
Yes, there is.
Okay.
You dig around for information about the Lexington, and it is the Lexington. And based on your reading or the information you have available to you right now, the only ship to have ever visited the Bacchus system was the USS Lexington. And all record of what was found there is not on public or Starfleet record.
Heavily redacted.
Mm-hmm.
Well, good news, bad news. There's a connection between the Lexington and the Bacchus system. Bad news is it's all heavily redacted.
You have 1 more momentum. Would you like to know any more about the USS Lexington?
I'm opening this up to the floor if anybody else has a question that they would like to ask.
Yeah, please, out of character. If you want to crowdsource the questions, if you want to think about what you want to know, we've got a doctor and a tricorder and a little mine of data.
Well, what
Get
about
out.
who?
Think out
What
loud.
about who is commanding the Lexington? Would that matter, or is that
Does
too
that-
general?
I don't think that's it, judging by
I
Sam's
noticed
reaction.
that.
Did the Lexington, do we know what caused the with the Lexington? Was it perhaps a doobie-doob?
The
Oh,
failing of the tactical computer?
Yeah. Was it, something to do with...
no, but
'cause
do
he
you think
wants-
they
he
found
wanted
a
all the
doobie-doo
artifacts,
in
right?
the Bacchus system?
What was that, sorry, Tim?
Do you think they found a doobie-doo in the? I love that we've started calling artifacts doobie-doos. By the
Yeah,
way.
I know.
Doobie-doos. Listen, it's code.
Do we think we found a doobie-doo
Code.
in the Bacchus system? Like maybe that was the first time that it was found. That's why this clause. And I kind of pull up the clause. Like there's no way you would ever put a clause with a ship name in it. Like that's so incredible. Like look at how specific this one line is.
Yeah.
What exactly
Even
does
if you don't study law, like,
clause
you-
read? But I mean that's not related to the Lexington. That's something else. That's probably a question for another
Yeah, it's a question for later, but Lexington.
Lexington focus.
So,
But we've got the Lexington and the Bacchus system, and we know they're related. This is what I'm
Yeah,
asking.
we know that the Lexington is the only starship to have ever visited the Bacchus system, and shortly
And
after
then there's a
that's when
clause
started.
about the Bacchus system in Starfleet law, in Federation law. Federation law, Starfleet law.
Federation law.
Yes, and yes.
oh,
Okay.
that's big then.
Yeah.
But that's the point, right? Like it's coincidental.
If it's a matter of
believe
security
in
that he's citing
coincidences.
an
I don't
obscure
trust
law
them.
about, then so we can't really find out what they found in the Bacchus system because that's all heavily redacted.
Oh, Chief,
Really?
I'm gonna, if it's okay, go back to trace the. That's okay.
All right. Thank you, Harvey.
I'll let you know if I find anything.
Yeah. She pulls him aside. She goes, "Can you get rid of that horgon in my quarters? It's hideous, and I don't need it."
What do you want me to do with it?
I don't know. Start a collection. You look like you need it.
I guess I can have 2.
Yeah, that would be great for you, honestly.
Sure. Maybe I'll put it. Maybe I'll give it to Eka. Maybe she'll like it. They'll like it. They can.
Burrell
They can
pauses
put
for
it
a minute. She
in
goes,
Eka's place.
"I think
Display.
you should talk to Eka about that, but I would definitely ask."
Okay. Although Oshron goes there.
Why
and-
are we offering Eka
Never
a Horgon?
No, it's okay.
I mean, I'm
I'll
okay
just-
sharing, but I thought you were.
What?
Never mind.
Okay. I'll get rid of. I'll get rid of it, Chief. I'll take it somewhere. Sure. But I'll let you know. And he's gonna confusedly walk off. He just thinks it's a nice little statue.
Amazing.
Out of character. Other question we can ask about the crew. If there are any survivors of the Lexington and / where are they now, we might be able to get a first-hand account.
Are there any still living members of the Lexington?
Spending that last momentum.
Also, we got
According-
welcome raiders. Thank
Hi,
you.
raiders.
According to the records that you can access, the Lexington was lost with all hands. And that's almost literally all it says.
Lost with all hands.
Was it though?
I don't have the momentum to ask if it was about the same time it entered the Bacchus system.
Afraid not.
Does the date when it was lost match the time frame for the Bacchus system being a no-go zone?
Yeah, it does. And you don't need momentum for that
So
one.
I just kind of point. I'm like,
Timestamps match up.
Yeah.
All right. And Burrell is she rubs the ridges on her forehead. I'm gonna leave you two to figure that out. I'm gonna go speak to General Cargan.
Okay.
Harvey, we're still on for later.
Yeah, sure.
All right.
I'll bring it to Eka's.
Okay.
I don't say a damn thing, but I have this kind of a smile on my face.
In the midst of a conspiracy, but we're still like,
Chella has completely misread a situation.
Absolutely. And Harvey has no
Goes
idea.
Harvey.
of the
Harvey has
situation
no
at all.
idea.
I love it so much.
But we do, and we're enjoying it, right, Burrell?
I love it so much. That star date for you, because it's in the I think it is. Yeah. Why isn't there a star date? Oh, here we go. There is no star date.
No, that's okay.
Thanks, Jim. Ugh.
Yeah.
I know. Dear writers, always carry a star date. Your players will ask. Is there a star date of when they first entered? Nope. The captain's log are just statements rather than star dates.
Okay.
But it's okay. Yeah, so it's like, the 5-year mission era. So 2260 something.
That's fine. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like 2250 to 2263 or something.
Oh,
like
Anita,
that.
do you have any ideas?
Ideas?
Yeah.
Clearly the reason why this is written into law is because whatever happened to the Lexington. And if you can get to the
Yeah.
bottom of that, I think we can get to the bottom of why these artifacts are so important. My big brain theory is that the artifacts that are in the Bacchus system are similar to the ones that have been taken by the Federation. There might be another offshoot of this same civilization.
Gotcha.
And it might have something to do with why that system is under quarantine. Maybe the civilization is still living in the Bacchus system or something. I'm not 100% sure yet. The mystery is unfolding.
All right, Harvey. So you've gone to investigate how Burrell could have received that message. So I guess you're just where are you headed? What are you up to?
To her quarters.
Mhm.
To
Cool.
use her actual
think-
terminal.
Burrell will come with you just to grab that bug.
Oh, okay.
Because she needs the evidence, right? Rather than just being like, and then she leaves you be and she's like, don't touch anything.
I won't. I won't. He has a quick look and see what her quarters look like. What do your quarters look like, Susie?
So you will have noticed this, haven't gone into her bedroom, but her living area is quite sparse. It's very Klingon. Like there's like weapons on the wall, and there's just all the sort of like
It's your Mechleth.
my mechleth, my beautiful mechleth, pride of place, in the bulkhead. But her bedroom looks like a human teenager's room.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
It's
That
a
was a shock.
disaster.
Oh my god, I
And
love
if I
that.
may, now you know where all the pads end up.
Yes.
Because there are just stacks of small handheld pads on every surface.
Yeah.
Yes. And you see,
Okay.
like, pride of place in her bedroom, there's a framed photograph of Burrell and her family. So there's Burrell, who's clearly the youngest, and then she has 4 older, much taller brothers, and then her Klingon mother, and then her tiny little human father.
Just surrounded
so
by
it's-
targs.
Yeah, surrounded by targs.
Wow. Okay. It's not what I was expecting. Right. Okay. So he'll go onto the terminal and he will try and trace where that message potentially could have come from.
All right. This is where I'm going to ask you to roll off against me.
Okay.
Yeah. So let me find it first. Where are they? There they are. Lovely, lovely. I am just going to... Oh, I don't think I can pick who this is. Okay, no, that's fine. So I am going to spend 3 threat to roll 4 dice on my reason and security.
Okay.
And going to put my focus up, and then I'm going to roll a complication, Tom.
Interesting. What
You
would
get to
you
throw
like
me
me
a
to
little-
roll?
You get to throw me a little complication after this is
Okay.
resolved. So the difficulties you're looking for is 2. We're looking
Okay.
for a reason and engineering, I would say.
Okay.
Yeah, as you're trying to work out what's going on, as they're like covering their tracks. But so your difficulty is 2. So would you like to spend it in determination, or would you like to give me any threat or any extra dice?
Let me have a look. I need to do a determination. I'd need to have a I'd have to have a reason for it, right? I can't just go.
You need to cite a value
Yeah,
that your character
value.
has.
Um,
So you need to say which value applies to the situation. What inner strength, what inner belief are you applying to the situation that just gives you that determination?
I think. I mean, I could always use. Sometimes I just need a bit of luck because I think I need a bit of luck to trace this all the way back to where it could be. If you let me use that, and then I'd use my determination to just get a 1.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
So we're gonna add a third dice. It's already rolled a 1, giving you 2 successes already. So you're rolling 2 of the d20s. Do you want to add any more?
No, I think
You can
that'll
roll up
be
to
it.
2 more. No, you're good.
No,
All right.
I'm good. I'm good. Let's
So
keep the threats a little,
yeah. No, that's cool. So it's gonna be difficulty 2, and then after the resolution of the task, we're gonna figure out that complication as well.
Okay, right, here we go. 2. So 4 altogether?
Yeah, absolutely. So that gives you 2 momentum. And with the success, let me tell you what you figured out.
Okay.
So this person has done quite a good job of covering their tracks. But as, you know, a member of the repair crew for the station, and not only are you like, you know, one of the flight bosses and just taking care of the runabouts and the shuttles and stuff, but like a lot of your crew tend to get kind of like borrowed around. You tend to go in different levels, different departments, and look at what's going on. And I think that's why that you recognize that this message, eventually having plugged through several little things and even some like little security algorithms and ciphers where someone is very professionally trying to cover their tracks. You discover that the message originates from the sciences level.
Oh.
So from the labs themselves.
Nothing more, like, no... Can I get... Because I've got extra momentum, right? I've got 2.
You have 2 momentum now. So if you want, we can figure out the complication now, or we can do that after you've spent your momentum. I'll leave it up to you. So the complication being, I guess, something that makes this other message sender's life a little bit more difficult for them. Something that aids you in some way. Something where they tripped up or something.
Okay.
Yeah.
Can I have a complication where there was a time stamp when the actual message was sent? Like, for example, the computer logged when that message was sent because they were in a rush or something, so they couldn't. So it will tell me date and time when it was sent from the science lab. Is that an okay kind of like... And for momentum, I would, I'd like to know that, and then I would probably dig in deeper to see who was in the science lab at that time.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So the complication means that they've left a little bit more of a trace than they really wanted to, and that you have a timestamp. And what they did was they programmed the message and then they kind of delayed it. So it was not sent by somebody who was literally typing in the word Lexington and hit send and it appeared in Burrell's quarters. They did this on like a timer.
Okay.
With 2 momentum, you could create another like trait that helps you in some way, or you could ask some questions as well.
I would like to know the specific console in the science lab that it was sent from.
Okay.
The station, I should say. Sorry, the station it was sent from.
Yeah. So it was sent from a console in one of the like astrogation labs.
Okay. All right. Astrogation labs. Okay.
Particularly tied to like the sensor suites, stuff like that.
Okay, so I mean, in his mind, that narrows it down. I can't imagine a huge amount of people go in there all the time.
No, so like you've got a console basically. I just kind of giving you some flavor, but you've got the position it was sent from, the timestamp that it was programmed that it was programmed at before it actually got like sent as a message.
Okay. Harvey is going to head down to that place and see what he can find at the console as well. So he's going to try and maybe see if there are any because obviously to use a station, maybe I'm wrong, but do you have to log into a station to use a station? Like, is that something now? Is that I mean, it's a security, right? Isn't it? It's like a.
I don't see people on the show typically logging into a station in order
I
to
don't.
like use
Okay.
it. They
That's-
sit,
no,
they
they
stand
do-
at it and they press it. They sit down and they start using
Yeah.
it. I
But
don't think
that's the
people
whole
log
thing.
in.
They log in because it's even in you want to get like super nerd. I'm so sorry. It's in the old tech manuals, like the Akuda manuals. It's all
Yeah.
about logging in, and the thing sets its preference directly for that person. That's why Wharf Station is set up specifically for Wharf, because he knows exactly where he has locations.
Okay.
And why when they
It's
get down and
customizable.
move in, that's why they kind of like sit down and they type a couple things and then get orders. That's why every time. So it is a
Okay.
login. You do log into consoles. I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
My hyper nerdia just kicks in for shit like that, and shut up.
It makes
Well,
sense, though. It does
that's
make
all right.
sense. Okay. Well, he's just going to go to that station down at the science lab to see what he can find out, whatever way it is. You know, whether it's like who's logged in or who's used this console in the last between now and he's that general area. He's going to just see if he can get more information from that console.
Okay. Let's go to Burrell, though, as you wanted to go and see General Kargan.
Mm-hmm.
Alrighty.
So I think
So
she just sort of like
yeah.
marches straight up to his office. There's no like attempt at like trying to make an appointment or whatever. She's just like, I gotta speak to him.
That's how the Klingons do it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, so you head over to the like Klingon side of like the ops level, where the architecture is a little different,
Mhm.
more weapons on the walls, feeling a little more like home,
Yeah.
And so you like ring the bell, press the door chime, and it's a minute before he asks to enter, and the doors swish open in front of you. But he's sat at his desk, and he's going over. I think the Klingons sometimes, for like fun and formality, have like paper stuff, maybe.
Oh, yes.
And they're like writing and like stamping things and stuff. So like he's got pads and the like little space laptops and stuff, but he's also got some like actual like Klingon.
I feel like for Klingons it's like vellum,
papyrus.
right? It's like skin.
Yeah.
Like old,
Yeah.
parchment-y vellum.
It's Targ
Yeah.
skin,
Yeah, no, Targskin, that makes perfect sense.
right?
So Beryl, she waits for him to finish like the word that he's writing or whatever it is, because you don't want to interrupt someone mid-flow. Sorry for intruding, General. I feel that she catches herself saying like a very Starfleet-y thing. Do you know what was going on with the General? No, Admiral Exog. His arrival on the station?
Beef. Take a seat.
Takes a seat.
And he stands and, recognize this is kind of typical for him. Like he likes to kind of like own a room a little bit whenever he's, starting to talk to somebody, that kind of thing. And he, gazes out the window for a second and then he turns around. The Admiral. Zarsag.
That's it.
I know little nor care. Starfleet's business.
It might be Starfleet's business, but it affects the entire station, General.
These artifacts, these things, these ancient structures. What does the Empire care for such things?
Not the artifacts themselves, but the gross misuse of power that this Admiral was wielding on the station. He came in, demanded everyone's personal logs, bugged my room, and she throws the bug on his desk.
Can you throw him the bottle? Like he catches it.
Yeah. I feel like it's a very Klingon thing to do. Don't just present it, you just throw it.
Yeah. He catches the blood wine, pops the lid off of it, off like the decanter, gives it a sniff. Not even a good year.
And she grimaces, yeah. I might be working with Starfleet, but I am a citizen of the Empire. I served 15 years in the KDF. I am a sergeant with the KDF.
I know your record. But this is Starfleet's way, no? Had it been the Defense Force, he would have come in and cut down anyone he wanted.
I wish he tried. And she has that sort of wild look about her for a minute.
If I have learned one thing here about the Federation, is they cut more with their words than they do with their actions.
All I'm saying is this casts doubt on whether or not we can trust Starfleet. Admiral Heber didn't even know who he was. And she ostensibly is supposed to be running the Starfleet half of this station.
Have you not considered from her position? She may be as, what is the phrase, blind-sided as you all have.
Is that not putting to question Starfleet here? Is that not putting to question this whole operation? If one of theirs can just show up on the station and do whatever he wants, does that not make you think twice about this a little bit? Starfleet first, sure, what are they doing to us?
The Expanse, from a Klingon perspective, is mine to command as a sector. Any Klingon needs to follow my command. But should a member of the High Council walk through these doors and tell me, order me otherwise, what would I do? What would you do?
I would do what my honor demanded of me.
Starfleet has an honor, much like that. Yes, it is wrapped up in general orders, procedures, but it is true. It is the same force that drives the both of us.
And she nods. She sees that she's not really getting anywhere.
What is it you want from me, Burrell?
I just wanted to make you aware of what was happening so that if something did happen, if this Admiral's intentions weren't aligning with Starfleet and its hefty ideals, then we wouldn't be blindsided.
And what is it you really want to do?
She sort of like chuckles to herself. Well, that doesn't align with my position in Starfleet.
I wasn't asking the chief petty officer what she wanted to do.
Truthfully, I'm not sure. I want to find out what this Admiral's true intentions really are. And I want something, some payment for that. And she gestures at the bottle.
Okay, so this is kind of like a negotiation, I think, right? So I'm gonna roll my dice again.
Okay.
Let me do my spends and stuff first. I'm gonna spend a die to roll, spend a threat, sorry, to roll 3 dice. And this is gonna be presence and command, and I think leadership focus. So the difficulty for you is 3.
3. Yikes.
To convince Kargan to help you out.
Okay. So I'm thinking I'm probably gonna go presence for sure, because she's trying to,
Yep,
build on her, like,
absolutely.
and security, because I think she's trying to hammer in that this is like really dodgy, like security wise.
Yeah.
Like if they're doing
Yeah,
this, what
yeah.
else are they doing? Okay. Can I use gang? Do you mind if I use that momentum to buy me a little dicey?
I don't think they'd object.
I don't think they object. Okay, I think we're good.
Do you want to roll any more dice than that?
Do you know what? That would be quite nice. Would you like some threat?
Mm-hmm. How many dice do you want to roll?
I'll just do one extra, so you
Okay.
just get a little bit of threat.
I'll get 2 more threat for that.
And unfortunately, I don't think any of my focuses apply here.
No,
I'm not
no stretches.
I'm not trying to like. Maybe no, I'm not trying to intimidate the general, because in Klingon that means I'm trying to fight the general and I don't want to die.
I didn't get an intimidatory vibe either.
No. More petulant child vibe, but no intimidation. Dagger fighting, ice hockey. No, none of those apply, tragically. Okay. 4 dice. I'm gonna beat 3. Oh, I will use my determination though.
Okay. What value would you like to use?
Shoot, I forgot I needed to use a value for this.
You
Part
guys
of the
always
machine.
forget.
I know, part of the machine, and that is Burrell's loyalty to the Klingon Empire. Because she's seeing this. Sure, there's a little personal vendetta, but she is genuinely seeing this as a threat. Because in her eyes, this admiral is like really dodgy.
I take that.
Okay. Dang.
I just heard that you have ice hockey as a focus. Is that how we met? Oh my God, was I a puck bunny? I totally was, wasn't I?
Puck bunny? Yes. Yes.
Because I hated the sport, but I would have loved the players.
So you spent your determination to get 2 extra before you rolled. So I need to add another one as my threat just to make the numbers work. Or 2, I think. Whatever, 1's fine. So that is 5 successes, and what you need +2 momentum.
Way to
Beautiful.
For threat too. Nicely done, Burrell.
So you're very familiar with this, Susie. Having won this negotiation, like, what do you want General Kargan to do?
I want him to investigate what he can, who this admiral even is, what he wants, and whether or not he's dodgy.
Okay. Dodgy,
whether or not whether I'm not being paranoid, or whether or not like this guy is acting within within the interests of the alliance between Starfleet and the Klingon Empire, I guess. Whether or not this guy is being like, whether this admiral is acting sorry, I'm trying to like mentally process. Whether he's being honorable, dishonorable, whether he's like doing something shady, like whether he's a Admiral Strawman or he's actually working for Starfleet and Starfleet itself is Starfleet Strawman,
Okay, sure. I better write that down somewhere.
Right, that was very rambly. I was trying to process what I meant as I was saying it.
I picked up what you were putting down. Lovely. Okay, so Kargan will investigate the Admiral and see if he's just a straw man. Cool.
Is he actually a tiny alien inside of this admiral's head? And if we shoot him, will he explode extremely gorily for season 1 of Star Trek?
Yeah. Yes. Yeah, exactly. Cool. All right. Tim, as we've got you for a little bit longer, was there anything else you wanted to investigate? Anything else you wanted to do now that you're back on the station?
I figured I'd be back with the docs since we were doing whatever on our side together. What do we need to like? I mean, I guess first things first. I just imagine the scene would cut from commercial, come back to the dock, and I'd be sitting there, and I'd just be going at Harvey. Huh? Really, Harvey? Not in a mean way, just like, never saw that one. What?
Oh, the I'm. It's fine. No, Harvey's nice. Harvey's nice. We were on a couple missions together.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah. Here, I'm gonna pull out a pad. Do you think this one or this one is nicer?
What are you showing me on the pad?
Just two very nice dresses.
Oh, okay. That one.
That one?
Yeah.
You sure it's not too much?
No, this one is too much. That one's just right.
Okay, perfect. Okay, I'm gonna. I get off my shift in about 10 minutes, and then I've got time to get ready. I got to.
Oh, it's tonight. Oh, okay. Well, let's
Yeah.
go. It's like, yeah,
Oh,
no,
shit.
I'll walk you back. I'll walk you back. I'm gonna. As I'm walking back, I want to. Is there anything else the doc and I can come up with?
So,
Like, do you have any other
Lexington-
ideas? Did you notice anyone acting weird? Like, do we have like I don't know
mean-
one of those like classic infestation things that always seems to happen on starships, but hasn't happened
oh,
on our...
like the thing with the brain slugs?
Yeah.
I haven't noticed anything medically wrong with anybody. I mean, other than there was, like I mentioned to the Admiral, there was the whole thing with the Orions when that one gentleman tried to plug
That's not
themselves
a
into
brain
the.
plug. That's just an
No, that's
Orion.
just a. That was just an unfortunate happenstance. When you try to jack yourself into alien technology, that is completely misunderstood. I handed over all my logs.
Oshron totally missed that whole scenario. And so
Oh, that was when
as it's
the pleasure
happening,
barge
I'm
was
just
on
kind of
board?
like I'm like nodding and smiling as if I know what's going on, but in my head I'm like, what the fuck is she talking
No,
about?
the pleasure barge was I think Chella sees the look as like, oh, when the pleasure barge was aboard, there was an Orion that tried to break into the science lab
Oh,
and jack into the obelisk, trying
they
to
don't do that.
discern alien
Is
technology.
he
Yeah,
doing
right.
that?
It's just a bad idea. You don't plug yourself into something you don't know.
Don't plug yourself in. What about tribbles? Do you think it's tribbles?
Ooh, tribbles. I thought they were extinct.
No. I don't think those things will ever be extinct. They're extinct in Klingon borders, but you know, all you need is one, and
Sort
more
of.
come.
Oh, I think there was an infestation on Deep Space Nine a while back, wasn't there?
Yeah. I heard that too. That's why I'm asking. It wasn't tribbles, then, hey?
Definitely not tribbles.
Okay, so it's not tribbles. It's not.
The Klingons on the station would
like-
know if there was a tribble.
True. We'd all know. The Klingons know if it was a tribble infestation.
And honestly, I don't know that any of us would survive if they got on the station.
Including, no, they would. The Klingons would take care of it. That's the one thing I would say that I would be like really happy if Klingon was around.
But
I don't know what it
the Lexington visited the Bacchus system at some point. And Lexington was lost with all crew. So they found something there, right? Obviously,
must have
Starfleet,
found
if they were
something.
lost with all crew, Starfleet must have discovered something. Maybe some wreckage,
has to
maybe
be
some
something.
logs.
Yeah, I'm gonna see.
Because
what I can
otherwise, how
dig
would
up.
they know that they visited the Bacchus system, and how would they know to leave the entire area under quarantine if the Lexington was lost there with all hands?
Right. Well, we don't know that Lexington was lost there with all hands. We just know that the Lexington was lost with all hands.
We know that
And
the
about the same
timestamps line
time,
out.
the law went in. So it's very likely to assume, but okay. I'm gonna head back to my office. I'll say my office. I'm gonna put in a request to Admiral Hebert to see if they're available. I'm expecting a runaround. Or at least like a delayed response. And while I'm going, I'm gonna see if I can tap. Oh yeah.
Did you happen to take any logs about the incidents?
No, actually I didn't.
Oh, all right, long shot. I
No.
figured that maybe something would still remain that we could latch onto. Because the Admiral wasn't here. You weren't here when the Admiral was here, so you wouldn't have got your logs.
No, I wouldn't have given them anyways. I would have
Maybe
forced
that-
the
Huh.
legal precedent.
It's kind of interesting that an admiral shows up throwing their weight around when the ambassador that knows very much about Federation law leaves.
Yeah, I'm wondering if that was a coincidence or not.
Convenient. Were you due for a vacation, or did you just on
What's
a whim?
that?
Were you due for a vacation?
Oh
Or
yeah,
did
no,
you-
it was planned.
Oh, okay. Hmm.
It was sped up a little bit, but it was planned. That's
Why
very
was Why was it sped up?
oh, just timing. My ship was, and then I'm gonna say that like the ship was kind of like forced to leave a little bit early, and like the
Oh.
tickets were like priced earlier, and things just kind of like were pushed earlier.
Yeah,
And
sometimes you got to get those snap deals.
yeah, and
You
as
gotta
I'm
take 'em.
saying it out loud, I'm like, it's too many coincidences, isn't it?
A little
Son of a bitch. Okay, I wanna see if I can use. I got about 12 minutes, so I want to see if I can use the ambassador rank. I'm actually gonna activate my. Oh, sorry. I'm gonna activate my discipline, and my trait, my ambassador trait.
Yeah.
So I'm using my talent. I possess the additional trait ambassador.
Yep.
And then I'm gonna use the trait as well, and the value of. I think this one would be. There are always ways into the inner circle.
Nice.
I'm gonna use my Federation law
Mm-hmm.
as a focus, and I want to do it by accessing contacts, not research. So I'm gonna aim for my presence.
Okay.
Over reason or insight.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So can I do like presence and command, or even presence and security?
Presence and security, I would take. Yeah. So you're wanting to add 2 successes off the bat?
Yeah,
Or
I'm
you wanting
giving
to
myself 2
reroll?
successes.
Yeah,
Do we
it's your
have a
third die.
momentum I can use?
You've got 2.
May I use one, gang? Sorry, I forgot I asked that, and I don't see that. Did I see nods? Were there nods? I've only got to talent.
Yeah.
Okay, great.
Yes,
Nods.
thumbs up.
So adding that third dice that's rolled a 1 would mean you're adding a 4th dice costing you 2 momentum.
What? Sorry.
So the determination spend gives you your 3rd dice. So buying a 4th dice to actually roll would cost you 2 momentum, not 1.
Doesn't it just give me a success?
It's all about like the number of dice in order.
Oh man, I interpreted that rule way differently. Okay, well then, can I use, I guess, both momentums? Is that okay?
Yeah.
All right, here we go.
So roll the 3 and add
Oh
another 2
my
successes.
god!
Roll
I just rolled
20.
3 friggin' 20s.
Roll that again. Roll 20. What are you doing?
No, that's something went
Roll
wrong
20,
there.
go home. You are drunk.
I
RNG.
feel dirty.
Like how? Like if I saw that in real life, I'd be like,
Odds of that happening.
play the lottery this week.
Oh my god. Maybe I'm gonna find my sugar daddy finally. Okay. Sorry, too much sharing.
Just roll it again. Oh my god.
Fuck.
Okay, 1 success with the added 2 is 3,
Another
which
10,
is
15.
what you needed.
Successes.
So no momentum added, but you've got a success. And you get a message back from your contacts within... are you aiming for Starfleet contacts, or are you aiming for
No,
like diplomatic contacts?
I'm gonna keep it in the diplomatic corps, because at this very moment, if the admiral was from Starfleet, I don't think I necessarily totally trust the Starfleet axis. And I think that that's the best way I'd use my presence, would be like to access maybe people in other positions. maybe a historian professor that I knew in the diplomatic corps or something along those lines. Yeah. So I mean, I guess with no complications, I didn't burn any of those contacts.
Yeah.
But yeah, it would be like in the diplomatic corps, I think.
So are you wanting more like general information, or are you wanting some more specific stuff?
Well, I think what is it we needed to know? We needed to know the connection between the Lexington and Bacchus system, right?
Mm-hmm.
Do we? So I guess Sam, I'm looking for you to give me a little guidance here. Do we like?
Sure.
I would like to set up information that I can give to the rest of them
Mm-hmm.
to help them solve the mystery. So what more would I have wanted to figure out?
Okay, so what I'll say is that your contact heard a rumor that the Lexington discovered evidence of an ancient, possibly like long dead, but very advanced spacefaring civilization in the Bacchus system. And that Starfleet, or the Federation at least, found like that technology just too easy to maybe weaponize or something, that they desperately needed for security reasons to like cover it up, essentially cover up the discovery.
And now here we are with similar tech.
You would have to make that leap of logic rather than your contact.
Yeah.
But yeah, similar in the sense of it being like ancient, mysterious,
And suddenly
according to your
trying to
crewmates.
cover it up.
Yeah. And so, you know, this contacts, they've like heard whisperings around a little bit around the Federation, and particularly the Admiralty of Starfleet, that like there is still a small group of officers that are still trying to figure out what happened, or like what the civilization or the technology is, but it's very behind closed doors, and it's, you know, has all the kind of trappings and vibes of conspiracy and like cover-ups and, you know, secret research projects and little departments and stuff.
Okay, so that's the information that I'm going to hand off to Burrell. I'll do one of those like meet me for a drink. We actually haven't gone on a drink. Meet me for a drink, and it's picture time. Harvey, you come too, and Doc.
Yeah.
Yeah, join me for drinks.
We could go
okay.
spy on their little date at Ekka's. Date, not date.
I have a thing I've got to get ready for.
Okay, no, yeah, don't worry about it. Burrell. Popcorn time. Definitely.
So we get a booth, so we're not in either of their eye line, but we get a good
But
sight.
we have a good view. Yeah, 100%.
Okay.
Absolutely. And I just I sit down, I'm like, I missed you. And I kind of slide over a bucket of popcorn so it's right in between us. And then we just kind of sit and stare. I'll pass on the information through the night.
Cool. I just want a couple minutes of awkwardness from the Ryzen couple.
Yeah. I think that Dr. Cella shows up. Hair is usually like in a tight sort of bun, has it down and done very nicely, is wearing a very nice, like almost bodycon dress. And is
I told you this.
And is wearing heels as well. Just sort of like full face of makeup usually is not done up this nice, like full beat. And my guess is that Harvey shows up in uniform.
Harvey shows up. He's in uniform, and he's probably, yeah, he basically hasn't been back to his quarters. The only thing to probably go back to his quarters was to get the idol, but then he's also got Burrell's idol as well, so he's got two of them there. And he has a look around, and he sees, and he waves with an eye like that, and starts to head on over. And he kind of, I don't think he kind of clocks it yet. He doesn't quite understand, and he kind of, well, I'm sorry, if I'm a little late. I had to, well, there was a lot to do, and you look really nice. Are you
Thank you.
are you going somewhere after, or?
I think at this point it clicks for Chella. Oh, you just don't know what those mean.
No, I was hoping that you would, because they're from Riser, and you've
Yeah.
So I was hoping. So are they like?
This is a what we call a classic cultural difference. Those mean something completely different when you're presenting them to someone.
What do they mean?
You're propositioning someone?
To do what?
Harvey.
Oh, I've got two of them. Oh.
Yeah.
Oh. I'm really sorry. Sorry.
You know what? It's okay. It's a classic miscommunication, cultural differences. I get it. No, it's.
Oshron gave me one. Does he want to?
I think Oshron might have set you up and left you holding the bag.
2 bags.
Well, I think that one was Burrell's.
It was, yeah. She told me to get rid of it.
Those look like her favorite colors.
Yeah.
Wait, can we hear the conversation? Because did I just hear you take Burrell's?
Well, he hasn't seen you, and he's just talking. So.
Oh yeah, so I just stopped popcorn mid-level and just look at Burrell.
Gave away my present.
And she just suddenly looks the other side of the mouth, side of her eye, throws a popcorn. And she's, it's never been a problem for me. I don't need that. Just back to the popcorn.
Sorry.
No, it's fine. It's perfectly okay. I just completely misread a situation.
Right.
So I asked you if you were seeking Jamaharon, and you said you didn't know, and then Oshron said, not now, and so I thought maybe later. That was the thing.
Okay, I see. Wait, so you wanted
It's okay. It's fine. It's perfectly okay. Voice is getting like a little bit higher. It's fine.
Yeah. This is fine. This is fine. I mean, this is okay. That is yeah.
So I'm gonna take those off your hands if that's okay.
Thank you. If you wouldn't mind, yeah, that would be.
Yeah, I'm just gonna maybe and put them on like a waiter that's walking by on a drink tray. Just take care of those for me. Thanks. I'm gonna go.
I mean, I can. Would you like a drink while you're here? I mean,
you know what? I could really use a drink.
Burrell like slaps Oshron's arm because that's our boy.
I probably could too. I'll be right back. I'll go get. What would you like? Anything?
Whatever you're having is fine.
Okay.
Burrell, let's make. Sorry, Sam. Can Burrell and I make like stealth checks basically? So because we just yes. So I would assume that it's like, and as Harvey's getting up, this is a good way to like embarrass us and potentially give you guys momentum for later. Can we make a quick stealth check that Harvey sees us while we're kind of like spying on them?
Yeah, absolutely. So who's leading this with presence and security?
I'll do it because I gotta go, so I'm not the one that has to suffer the consequences.
All right. And Susie, you can assist as well.
Yep.
With that.
Oh,
2 successes. Tom, if you roll for me.
I got one.
Yeah.
one
Tom,
time.
if you roll for me insight and security.
Okay.
You managed to avoid, yeah. Lieutenant Harvey.
So
Stella just
Harvey
has
will
this
go
look
over-
of mortification.
He'll go over. He'll get his normal drink, which would be gin. And so he gets another one. And when he comes back,
It takes you just forever to get served.
The service really went downhill.
At a certain point, he just says sod it and goes to a replicator and replicates it himself.
Yeah.
He's just like override it and just replicate it just so I can get some drinks. Because the service without Eka is just appalling. And he pots a gin. That's a gin. It's a drink I tend to drink when
Gin and tonic?
Yeah.
Or just gin? Okay.
I can get you some tonic. It is just gin.
Oh.
I tend to.
I've never had it cut without the tonic.
Oh.
Cello, just knock it back.
And today we learned that Harvey just drinks straight gin. All right.
Right. Okay.
It's also really good if you have it with pineapple juice.
I'll remember that.
Really smooth.
Yeah.
So I was looking at the interested in botany and what you were looking for in the arboretum. Could you tell me a bit more about the Horizon plants that you have there?
Oh, well, we've got a number of different specimens from all over Reza. There is a herb that has some interesting applications. It's actually quite toxic to Klingons, and but it does have some interesting properties to it. But we also have a few varieties of Horizon orchids that are quite beautiful, and they're actually coming into bloom fairly soon.
Oh, that would be
beautiful.
To see. And they'll just.
I think I've fulfilled my embarrassment quota. I'm happy now. My cringe.
I like to think that once they start talking about botany and stuff like that, it starts to.
You start to ease in. Absolutely.
Yeah.
All right, Tim, you've got to depart. But thank you so much for joining us as usual. Where can we find you very quickly?
At the GMTM on Instagram. My website is thegmtm.ca, and there are still seats in November if you want to come play with me at D&D in a Castle.
Beautiful.
That's literally dndinacastle.com. So love you all. I missed you a lot. To a point, I'm super tanned. And we have to meet in Mexico and play there one day. In the meantime, though, love you, and I will see you guys in a week. Okay, bye everyone.
See you then.
Bye.
Thank you so much. And hopefully April's gonna log the little window back in any second now. But let me take this opportunity to tell you about a little competition. If you want to win the module we're using on Roll20, the official Star Trek Adventures module, then just type in chat !Roll20. That's ROLL20, and that will give you an opportunity to win 1 copy of the module. I think we've already drawn the first one, but then we've got the second to give away before the end of the sesh. We're all kind of in the shots, I guess.
It's gonna lean this direction, I think. I'll be able to be seen.
Maybe. I'm good. I don't know what you're all worried about. And Tom's good.
Yeah.
We're having to vibe here. The director in my ear is telling me to vamp.
It looks perfectly fine to me. You know.
Yeah,
or
we can
whatsoever.
talk with Harvey and we can talk with half of. I know we're kind of all here, right? We just
Yeah.
got to
Yeah.
lean into the windows.
Yeah,
There
There
we
you
go.
go.
There we go.
We need
One
to
direction.
adjust
Oh,
Now
there
we're
we go.
back
Now we're
in.
back.
We can all sit normally again.
Hey.
All right.
Sometimes when the ship tilts, the inertial dampers are off.
Exactly. Yeah. The gravity fluctuates.
Mm.
Folks, we have a combat to resolve. One very tired bean, and I got combat to resolve. So let's just do this. You have to remind me where we're at. What I don't even want to know what the strategy is. We're just gonna roll with it. Anita,
Okay.
why don't you? Where did we leave Eka?
Eka is currently stunned on the floor because the plan was
You actually get stunned as well.
I got stunned.
Yeah.
Because the plan was is that they were going to stun as a double cross, take Jagadish out of there, and then I would be able to explain to that I got had. And
was a solid
face
plan.
in front
Yeah.
of that was
right,
the
yeah.
plan.
It was a
That
good
didn't quite
plan.
happen.
Well,
And
we'll
you
see.
two, remind us of the Danger Twins.
Yeah, well, I'm Terry Moxon. That's Kerry Moxon.
Yeah.
And we're mercenaries.
We're mercenaries.
Yeah.
We're mercenaries. We're twins.
Stunning. Just
Yeah.
stunning. All right. So picture this. So Kerry, you stunned.
No, I did. I
No,
shot
Terry
Eka.
stunned. Okay. So Terry, you stunned Eka. Eka's down. Actually down. Did we roll for this?
I mean,
Yeah,
not
I'm
really. I
pretty
think
su-
we did
I
it
mean-
narratively.
Yeah, so we rolled for Terry to hit. And
Yeah.
then
Right.
as it hit, we just that Eka was stunned. Then it was successful. We didn't do damage and stuff like that.
I think also Eka took a dive
Yeah, as well.
because
so
we
Eka might
determined
not
that
be
Eka.
out.
She might
That
not.
we-
Yeah, they might not be
They
kind
might
of
not be.
like completely unconscious.
Because we determined that Aji was an actor,
That's right.
and I have a
That was
temporary
it.
focus in acting.
I remember.
That's right. I
yeah.
remember now.
This is a flawless plan.
Okay,
Yeah.
so you stunned them on like setting 1 or something,
Yeah.
I guess.
Yeah,
So
it
it's
wouldn't
not
be
it's not that
horrible.
bad, it's not that painful. All right, cool. So Eka, you're a little bit disorientated, your stomach hurts a little bit, but you're on the floor, just egging that completely. And the two of our mercenaries, what are you up to first?
So the plan was to shoot, grab hold of thingy, what's his name?
Jagadish.
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 Yeah.
And then we were going to immediately tap to energize out because that was the plan. We were going to beam straight out to the shuttle. And
That's
then get
right.
away.
And I
But then
spent
it
the
just
threat
happened.
to the little the alarms went off.
The
Yeah.
and
anti-zip
the-
film.
the
Yeah,
anti
is up.
the anti-transporter fields, basically just shields happened around
The shields
around
went
the
up.
little base. So where's the quiet red alert? There it is. Boop. So that's going off like in the corridors. Orion's running up to the door. The door probably closed behind you because there's a whole thing of like, Jagadish not getting out. And there is another Orion here as well. If you remember, she was kind of in the back and she was like just working
Yeah.
away at the stuff as well and kind of giving you like a bit of a, what are they here for kind of glance, right? So she's like, as you start firing phasers. What's Tadok doing? What do you want Tadok to be doing?
I think we might have left Tadok on the shuttle, and that's the reason why this plan was.
No.
Uh,
So
or did we?
We did initially, but then we remembered that you can just like remotely teleport yourself. So we brought him
yes,
with
that's
us.
right.
So-
Tadok is
Yeah.
here, and Anita is an idiot and completely forgot about that. Not Eka. Eka would have been fine.
All right, no. So what do you like what would Eka have like? Would they have given him like the nod a little bit and been
mean-
like, we're gonna get like jumps, just play along, like
Yeah, I think that's kind of it.
okay.
Vulcans don't necessarily do good at subterfuge, though, so we'll see how this works.
We'll have to
Not
turn
great
up
at
the stun
deception.
setting a bit.
Yeah.
It's really
You got like an
short.
old school Federation phaser.
We've got a phase pistol. That's
I
what we got.
think-
We've got phase pistols, which have 2 settings: stun and kill. And that's it.
Yeah, fair.
I think Eka would have basically given to Doc the order, like, if they're going to betray me, just like act like you're protecting me and like pull me behind cover and shoot at them.
Okay.
Shoot to miss.
Yeah, okay. So that is what kicks off. Eka, you get pulled by Tadok back behind some cover. There are some phaser blasts go like over your heads, and 2 mercenaries, you are able to act first. You've got some Orions rushing in through the door. The door swishes open, and there's already like disruptor fire going over your heads as well from another angle. So, what do you want to do first?
Okay.
I would like to have a look if there are any other way out of this room apart from the main thing. Like, even if it's just like a Jeffrey's tube or a vent, a window, any other way out. And I'll focus on that. Duck behind cover and have a look
Right.
around and focus. I'll even ask thingy
Roll me
to,
insight and security.
insight and security. Okay. That's about it. I got a success. 1.
With 1 success, we can't establish the trait that there is another escape route. So unfortunately, there isn't one. It's all very secure. This is like
Brilliant.
the central internal location of the facility.
Okay. Terry, I don't think there's another way out.
Harry says, "It's all right, I got this." And I would like to use my task for this conflict to create an advantage in the room.
Yeah.
And I want to use my phase pistol, and I want to shoot at like a pipe that will just blast like some steamy mist in here to make it really hard to see, so we can slip
Yeah.
out.
No problem. So roll me a control or
Uh-huh.
daring and security,
I think
please.
I'm daring.
And it's gonna be difficulty 2.
Difficulty 2.
Do you want to roll any more dice?
Could I use my escape and avoidance focus for this?
Yeah,
Because it's a sort
absolutely. Perfect.
of. Okay.
Perfection.
Do we want another
Do you want any more
die?
dice? How badly do you want this to work?
It would be really good. It would make sure that we don't die. Well, might help us not die. How would you like 2 dies worth of threat?
I'd love it. So I'm going to add 3 to that, making it 12 in total.
Excellent. And
So
I'm
roll
going to
4
roll the
dice for me.
Now roll 20. I need you to be normal, okay?
Just have a normal one.
Thank you.
That was under your focus. So that's the 4 with 2 successes and another 1, 2, 3. So that gives you 3 momentum. And you have filled this chamber with this like horrible, like awful, steamy stuff. Right?
Yeah.
It's not going to be toxic to you, but it's definitely obscured a lot of the vision. So you've just got this like smoke bomb effect.
Mhm.
So you've got like a smoke screen basically between you and the disruptor. You can see that those like green arcs of disruptor fire now going through and illuminating and maybe even like vaporizing some of that steam, that smoke and stuff. But you've definitely got a way, like you can hear them as well. They're like, get inside, have a look for them, blah, 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 blah. And they're starting to like fan out to try and find you. So now you've got an opportunity to escape. It's gonna be their turn though. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna have their kind of leadery type guy, the Orion Buccaneer. Insight, it's not great, and security. I don't think I can really provide a bravado focus. I don't think that applies really. So I'm gonna roll 4 dice. You rolled 4 dice. I'm gonna roll 4 dice. So I'm gonna buy 2, which means I'm back down to 9 threat. And let's see what they get. 2 successes. I don't think that's enough to find you. So they're like you know, with their goons, they're like working their way around. Sorry, my mouse is dying. If my mouse dies, I can't actually run the game. That's good.
Uh-oh.
Oh no. Oh no.
I guess we all just go home and we win.
Right, it's vibes. It's you guys rolling from here on out.
Oh no.
Just you guys. So they don't manage to find you. Yeah, literally just gonna.
I think
sit
it's
here
time
and
to try and, with Jagadish,
So
try
limp
and
them.
stealth our way out of this room past them. I think.
Yep.
That's
Mhm.
we're taking
Yeah.
Jagadish with me because I mean, he wants to go as well. It's not like he's fighting.
Yeah,
us.
absolutely. All right, so the just before you do, you feel a hand grasp your like upper arm, Terry. And
Uh-oh, that's me.
the Orion woman, the older Orion woman that was working in this like little, you know, lab, is like, please take me with you.
I look her up and down and make her think for a second. I'm not gonna. I like try and suss her out, see if she's
All right,
being legit or trying to
Okay.
hamper us.
roll me insight and security again to get a
Okay,
vibe check
okay.
on her.
Vibe check. 1 success.
You don't really know, like, whether, you know, she's a plant here or if she is genuine. You can't confirm your suspicions. All that you know right now is that she looks pretty scared and she wants to go with you guys as well.
Okay. So Terry will say really quietly, all right, but stay quiet if you don't. She gestures the phase pistol, like
Yeah.
whacks it in her face. And then I guess we've got +1 on this stealth adventure.
It's an extra body to get in the way. It's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's genuinely. Okay, cool. Eka, with this all going on, is there anything that you'd like to do now-ish, or you want to try and wait it out a little bit?
I think as I'm acting stunned, or I'm stunned-ish, I think I'd have to Doc take shots at the mercenaries through the smoke to try and. I think I'll do a stop them. They're getting away with Jagadish, and like try and like let the Orions hear me say that.
Yeah.
Or hear the other mercenaries hear me say that,
Yeah.
and then I'll have to Doc try and take some pot shots, and maybe like miss Terry and Carrie.
Cool. So, like, basically giving them like an assist as they're
Yeah.
kind of like trying to make their escape. Cool.
Yeah.
I like that. All right, so roll me 1 die. And this is gonna be like presence and command, I reckon.
Yep.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
Any focuses?
And I've got persuasion. I've also got acting from Agi.
Let's use the acting. Love that.
And you just 1 die.
Yeah, just the 1 die
Alright.
for like to assist them, and we'll add that to there.
Sounds good.
that's
No
cool.
successes from Echo with a 17. Ow.
Ooh, okay. All right, so Carrie and Terry, it's time to try and make your escape. So I'm gonna make this difficulty 4, 1 for each of you, as this is now
Oh,
4
God.
people trying to make a dash out from this lab.
Okay. Can we have the other 2 try to assist us because they want to leave?
I would love to, but I can't now use my mouse, so I
Well,
can't
guess we
get their
could
sheets
just use
back
Echo
up.
again.
Uh-oh.
Okay, no worries. You'll just have to pretend like what they rolled. You know, just
Yeah, I could totally guess numbers and roll real dice if you want.
Yeah. It's it's
Alright.
up to you.
One
It's up to
second.
you.
we need all the help we can get,
Yeah.
Sam.
Okay.
Yeah. What do you want us to roll to sneak out?
Probably something with security.
Daring,
Daring.
security,
Got
control, and security.
My little box of Star Trek dice.
Oh.
Yeah, like daring.
Wait, tell Sam, where can you get your own set of Star Trek dice?
Yeah.
Well, it's Modiphius.net, Modiphius.us. Yeah, little store. We've got loads. Please buy them. No, these are all the samples. So we got like nice yellow that didn't make it, and we got the real color that they wanted us to use.
Oh,
They look like Werther's originals.
they do.
Don't mix them up.
They look like
Don't
candy.
crunch.
That's for the crunch crew right there.
Yeah.
All right, so we got a blue for Jagadish, and we've got like this Klingon-y one. Jagadish is probably going to be like a 11 or a 12 target number, probably on the security. And what are they going to use? Like daring, I guess.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
It feels like a 10 to me. Let's just make them 10s. Okay, so he rolled a 20,
Fuck.
but
Who decided to give them an assist? What
The
idiot
other
said
person
that?
rolled a 1.
so Jagadish gives you. So Jagadish is that typical, like, slightly nervous, lab tech scientist, archetype trope in this fiction, right? And so he's just like doesn't quite know what to do. The smoke's in his eyes. It's that kind of thing. You're having to drag him along, whereas the woman seems like she knows what she's doing a little bit, actually.
That
And
good
so
or
she's
I don't
so
know.
she's ducking and diving like she's done this before.
Oh, that's a bit worrying.
It's
That
couldn't
is a
have
bit
been
worrying.
more beautifully done. So apt. I'm glad I roll real
Sometimes
dice.
they tell story.
Yeah.
All right, Tom.
It's perfect. Yeah.
Right.
So
okay.
you've got 2 successes to add to your own. So long as you both of you somehow each get at least one. Oh no, someone has to lead this. So Susie, I guess
Yeah,
you're
I'll
leading this
lead it.
task.
Yeah.
So you can roll up to 5 dice. Tom, you're rolling 1 dice and you're adding your
Okay, I'll
successes
roll
to
1
Susie's.
dice.
Susie,
Yeah,
you
right.
have to roll at least 1 success
Uh-huh.
to add these ones to that.
Okay.
If you
I
roll, if it's zeros, then we
We're
fucked
boned.
it up completely.
Yeah. Okay.
Don't fuck this
I'm
up.
gonna, if that's okay with the group, spend 1 momentum to add an extra die.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
do it.
Here's my
Yes.
assist. I fucked
Please
it.
Can
track
I-
the momentum for me. I can't do that anymore.
Can I use my focus again?
We went from 3 to 2.
Yes.
Yes. Okay. Oh.
So that gives you 3 successes. 4 is what you needed.
Would I also be able to assist?
That was
Just
you
as-
did your assist
Oh,
roll
yeah, I
just
did it. I
before,
did
right?
already
You
do
did
my
your
assist.
command and acting
with
y
the-
bit.
And I
Acting.
failed. I failed on that one. So yeah, nothing. Sorry, folks.
Okay, I'm going to use the success at cost rules. So you managed to make it out of the room, but you take some corridors, right, left again, up some stairs. You think, okay, I'm not going to use that turbo lift. You're just trying to get out of the place, but you're finding yourselves to be a little bit lost in this little
Okay.
maze.
Makes sense. That's good.
Yeah, because we're panicking.
And so you come across a group of like 3 of the like buccaneers, and they're holding their disruptor pistols towards you. Hey, stop! And I'm going to roll some dice. So we're looking at a daring and security of 11. Let's do some melee fighting. They come and melee fight you.
Oh no.
Oh, we
Right.
get to use the saw.
Oh yes, I do. Yeah.
All right, Tom, you got a saw, is that right?
Yeah. So it's like it's a knife, but essentially
Yeah.
it's like a saw that I use to cut off limbs for
Is it like a
triage.
vibro
Alright.
knife from Star Wars?
No, this is bladed. Yeah, he wants to
Serrated, like bone saw.
like big. It's like a serrated machete, but it's more of bone saw.
Just
yeah.
a giant
Great.
bread knife.
Yeah.
Yeah, basically.
Giant
All right.
knife.
Let's have a knife fight, I guess.
Oh no, it's not what I'm good at.
All right. So this is gonna be difficulty 1 each. I'm gonna this is a roll off, so you can roll up to 5 dice. I'm gonna what I got threat wise. So I am on 9. I'm gonna roll 2 more dice. So April, please update it. Go down to 6 threat. 6 threat. Okay.
6
Remember
threat.
that.
We have 2 momentum.
Thank you. Tom, how many do you want to roll?
I mean, as many as I can bloody get, but at the moment, I'm
Those 3
rolling.
momentum, that can get you 2 more dice.
I'm not.
And if you want to roll a
particularly good
5th dice,
I'm okay at things.
Just give her the threat. Just give her the throw she
Go
gonna
on.
do.
Go
Do
on,
these
go
two
on.
technically have a mission directive from Eka?
yeah.
Or does that only
Yes.
apply to Starfleet?
No,
Well, we
I'd
have-
take that.
So yeah, they have a mission directive to extract Jagadish.
Hmm.
And that was actually one of the orders that I gave them off last episode.
Supporting characters and determination. I think they spend like momentum instead. I think it's 3 momentum instead or something. I can't honestly remember. So yeah, you could let's do it now. You could spend that 3 momentum to like act like you were using a value to give yourself 2 successes.
I'll do that.
All right, cool.
Yeah.
All right. So roll those other 2 dice for me.
Okay. What are we doing? Attributes.
Daring and security.
daring and security.
I rolled. What is this, 12? I rolled 2 successes.
I got a success.
So you win.
Got
So
3.
you win the combat. Roll the damage of the bone knife, the bone saw for me.
Damage. It is vicious 1.
Yeah.
And
So
it's deadly. So 1, I think.
all
is the
right.
damage.
Yeah, but it'll be add plus your security.
Oh, plus my security, which
But
is
in the
3, so
attacks,
it'd be
if
4.
you what actually, Tom, what I'd like you to do? Have you got the vicious combat dice roll macro sorted?
The
you-
macro, maybe.
Yeah.
Is it this? That?
Kinda. We can use that. Okay, so that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, which is an injury. Yeah, I mean, you literally like you probably saw into a bone and get him after a few slashes and ducks and twists and turns. You sink that like bone saw like into his leg, and then just like carve a little bit, and then he just like he like goes down. Yeah, ripping it apart. And so he like falls down like the extra he is in this story.
Cool.
Terry, there are 2 others.
Alright,
So I
done
need you
my
to
part.
phaser some phasers, please.
Up to you. Terry.
Okay. I do a pew pew. With my daring and security, I do a pew pew.
Yeah, let's go with that.
1 success.
1 success is what you needed. Please roll the damage for me.
Whoa!
How much security do you have?
4.
4. Is the phase pistol 3?
It is, yeah.
Oh, that's
mean.
That's it then. Does it have any qualities or effects?
No.
Okay, so it's just a pew pew. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 damage, inflicting 7 stress, which means they are down as well. So the other guy, I think just as a runner, is like, oh shit, goes to get back up.
Don't let him
But
go.
clearing the way for you.
Can we shoot him before he escapes so that they don't bring back?
Give me a pot shot then.
I'll take a pot
toxic.
shot at him. So I do have a phase pistol myself as well.
Do it. You're looking for 1. You're looking for difficulty 1. That's it.
Difficulty 1. Okay.
Yeah.
I got 2.
2 successes. You got another point of momentum. I think it's keeping track. I can't remember. Oh, we got what? It's gone back to 1.
We
hasn't it?
have 1 point of momentum now.
Beautiful.
That's the phase pistol. That's got a phase pistol too.
So 5 is the injury threshold, right? So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 again. These mercs.
Fucking, it's the twins, isn't it?
I hired the best.
Yeah.
The best. But yeah.
We have a moment. We
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a little bit of smoke coming off the muzzle.
got pause for effect. Run.
Got a knife in one hand, a pistol in the other.
Yeah. I like Jagadish on the end is just like, are we going? And you're just like,
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
But I want to ask the Orion, which is the quickest way out? You know this place. Which way?
And she's like, that way. And she points up, like, again, up some stairs and stuff.
Okay.
You finally get, I think, to like an outside area.
Good.
This like almost like kind of grassy like courtyard type thing. And that's where you're able to like try the transporter thing. And I wish I could play the sound effect, but my mouse died. But you get the like the yeah. Except yours is like, you know, like an orange because it's like alien, like it's different. It's not Starfleet.
Not Federation blue.
Yeah. So like you're just like up you go. And yeah, you managed to transport back onto your vessel, the Umral. And then I guess you'd wait around.
Yeah,
well,
we'll
I imagine
move. I think we move it a little bit, so we're
move.
not. Yeah.
Like, I would imagine that there was a rendezvous point if things went badly, like just all hell broke loose, because that's pretty standard stuff, I would imagine. So they'd probably go to this rendezvous point that Eka knows about to
Just
meet up later.
trying to keep it on the down low.
Yeah,
Like, trying to
it'd be
keep,
like
trying to spoof some sensors and stuff.
yeah, it'd be like in the middle of nowhere, like really out of the way.
Yeah. As the smoke clears, then Eka, you hear the heeled boots of Elarul walk into the like lab, and you know, like she's got a disruptor pistol out and a knife in the other hand that she like nervously like juggles with the knife.
Eka's just sort of rubbing the head, like has Ch'dak help them up. And is looking pissed.
I gave you 10 minutes.
You gave me 10 minutes, and my mercenaries turned on me.
I was going to ask you what happened.
They figured that Jagadish was the one making the drugs and decided to go into business for themselves.
And you see, like, she clenches her fists around the handles of her weapons. And as she kind of starts to vibrate with anger, she lets out this kind of primal scream into the air.
What can I say? We both got screwed here.
You just cost me an entire operation.
I just cost me vital information.
And how exactly are you going to pay it back to me?
You wanted me to do a couple runs for you? I can do a couple runs for you. Unfortunately, I'm also now out of ship.
If you can at least get Therogen onto the station, I can get you at least halfway there, although I'm sure none of my ships are welcome anymore.
So much, unfortunately.
Get the Therogen on the station and get him back here so that I can keep supplying the sector.
See what I can do. Going to have to vet my people a little bit more carefully.
You better. And I'm going to need you to roll me this, like, little persuasion here.
Absolutely.
So presence and command. And I think for Elarul, this is going to be, or for yourself, this is going to be like difficulty 4. Let's ramp it up.
Okay. Okay.
There's a lot riding on this
we got a
one.
point of momentum, so I'd like to use that to buy an extra die.
Mm-hmm.
And then, because I'm also sort of channeling the actor that's in, that I'm hosting, I'd like to, actually, you know what? I spent my determination last episode with 8 lifetimes of business acumen, so I would like to challenge one of my values, please.
Oh my god, wow.
I'd like to challenge, we protect ourselves. No one else can be trusted.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes to get out of a bad situation, we need to protect our friends. Because I'm trying to save Doc out of the situation and myself.
Okay.
So I'm going
So
to
that
challenge.
gives
I'm
you
going
an
to cross
extra
out.
point
We
of
protect ourselves,
determination. Yeah, yeah.
and then I'm going to burn that for the dice that's already rolled. 2 successes.
Mhm. So which other value are you then calling on for that?
Absolutely. I'm going to call on 8 lifetimes of business acumen.
Beautiful. I mean, that gives you a full like milestone.
Yeah.
Which we can use to like up stats, get any talent, that kind of thing, in between sessions. Because you called on that one, like you said before, last time.
Yeah.
Or we've called
I
on
did
that
call
before.
on last episode.
Yeah.
When I was talking with Ella Rule, I called upon that value to get myself in the room.
Yeah, exactly.
Now I'm calling on it to get myself out of this room.
Yeah. So that's a bit of character advancement for you. Brilliant. Awesome. Okay, so we've already rolled a 1. Gonna have
So
that
that's-
extra dice as well to roll.
Mm-hmm.
So be rolling 3 and adding 2 successes to that.
Okay, and you know what? I would like to also give you 2 points of threat so that I can have a 4th die.
Okay.
Oh goodness, here we go.
Do it. 6
successes.
Successes. And so she walks up to you. And she's a little taller than you, so she looks down on you, but she says, I was wondering whether I could really trust you, Aka, in this host or any other, but it seems at least like a little of you shows through, no matter who you become.
If you can't trust me, at least trust that I'll protect any business interests that you have or that I have. Some of times
Just
our values align.
iron all this out for me, darling.
Always.
And then she like raises her disruptor pistol at like Sergeant third on the left, and she's just like, and he just evaporates. And the rest of them just kind of look at each other and just stay stock still. I'll get you on the next shuttle out of here.
All right.
And she like whips around on a turn, marches straight out of the room, and you just hear the echo of her voice shout back towards her, like her mooks and her sergeants, clean up! And she struts out.
So give a look to Doc. And we leave the compound.
And so you know, he taps a few little panels on his little wrist computer thing. I don't say watch, but like and so the two of you beam up to just behind the kind of cockpit of the Emerald. And 2 mercenaries, a Jagadish, and a Orion woman are there to greet you.
Harry is totally like sitting back with his feet up on a console, just with the knife kind of going like that. You know, just totally smug that everything worked out fine. He's like, yeah.
Ekka's going to like once over the Orion woman. She looks like a little bit also kind of in similar shape to Jagadish, correct? Physically?
Mhm.
What's your story?
My name is Seema. I was here before Jagadish. And Rule just got me working the lab.
Why do I Eka at this point is already on pins and needles, and I'm just gonna try and just suss them out.
Sure. Roll me insight and security then.
I would love to.
This is going to be difficulty 3.
Okay. Would a focus in black market dealings apply, or nothing like that, I would assume?
Not really.
Okay. Can I buy an additional die, GM, with a point of friend? Actually, no, I
Yeah.
have a point of momentum, so I can
Yeah.
buy it on my own. All right. Let's try 3 die. Only 2 successes.
Okay. You as a character have that mistrust, that vibe, but there's nothing about her. If she's acting, she's doing it very well. So there's nothing about her that is giving off anything but she's had quite a difficult life recently, and she's been working with
Do you want a job?
Federal. I just
Be paid.
want to rest.
We can arrange that. Let's get you someplace safe. All right, take us out of here.
And with that, you covertly warp out of the system, back towards the station. And with that, we wrap up Secrets of Bacchus. Well done, chums. Please note your determination spends. For your little logs. And your milestone as well. And you get to up a stat, add a new talent if you want, that kind of stuff. So check out the progression stuff. Yeah, thank you so much, friends. And thank you for tolerating the fact the music's still going and I can't do anything on my computer until I get some more batteries in my mouse. All right. So thank you very much for watching. Let's go around. Let's see what you folks are up to when you're not here. What are you doing on the rest of the internet? Anita, you want to go first for us?
Sure thing. So, hi, I'm Anita, otherwise known as Benita or Critical Miss. You can find me everywhere, one of those 2 places. I'm a TTRPG streamer, graphic designer, producer, and cat mom about the space. You can find me on Mondays, co-GMing a cyber system game with my friend Chaotic Darby. It is called Time and Time Again, and there's a bunch of time travel, some intrigue, and people stealing other people's faces. It's a good time. You should check it out. Wednesdays and Fridays, we also have shows on Critical Misses, but you can check our channel schedule to find out what those are. And then Saturdays, I am on a talk show with my partner, Noir, who was a lovely guest star last week and made Susie so pressed. Susie/Burrell so pressed. We have a TTRPG talk show called Morning Ritual. And we're going to Gen Con. We're going to be doing that whole thing live. So if you're in the Indianapolis area, check us out. Other than that, that's me.
Awesome. Thank you so much. Tom.
Hi, I'm Hotflakes Tom. You can find me on Twitter. It's Hotflakes Tom or in the Discords. Apart from doing this on Tuesday, every other Thursday, I'm on Follow Black Cats with Samantha and Susie doing Blood and Sand, a Game of Thrones TTRPG set in the time of Nymeria, many, many years before the Seven Kingdoms were 7. So we've done that. And the only other thing that potentially could be happening is I might be shouted at through HR, depending on when that happens. There'll be a lot of spoops and shouting when we figure out when we're going to do that again. But yep, that's me.
All right. Thank you. Susie.
Hello. You can find me all over the internet at Susanna Grace. That's Susanna with 1 N. I stream pretty much every weekday, Monday to Friday, on my Twitch channel when I'm not here or when I'm not on the Follow Black Hats channel. The only other thing I have to shout out today is the Itch.io Summer Sale started today, and my little solo RPG, Chevalier, which is about being a teenage mecha pilot, so a la Gundam, Neon Genesis, Evangelion, that sort of vibe, is 50% off. So a whole $5. So if you want to experience what it's like to be a teenage pilot, it's not great. And there you go.
Spoilers.
And that's Chevalier, CHVLR.
Chevalier.
Chevalier.
Nice. Yeah, throw us the link, and April can hopefully throw us that in chat. Beautiful. Thank you, everybody, for joining us. As for me, you can find me around the internet at RPG Webby. That's all of the sinful social media sites like Twitter and Instagram and stuff like that. You can find this game and this campaign supplement over at Modiphius.net or Modiphius.us if you're in North America for some slightly cheaper shipping around abouts there. I'm having a great time playing that, and you can get the whole Star Trek Adventures kind of collection through the web store that way. I've been using a bunch of different stuff, including the alpha, the beta quadrant supplements, the command, engineering and the different division supplements as well. So they're all worth a look at as well. Next time we'll be live on Modiphius Twitch. It will be next Monday, where we'll be April will be running her Fallout Winter of Atom game. So you get to have a little look at that book that's just coming out very shortly in print. And that's the first campaign that we've done for the Fallout 220 role-playing game. And then we're back. I think we're probably not back next week. I need to confirm that. I think I'm away on a little trip, but I'll confirm that. So we're definitely going to be back the week after. So we'll probably see you then. If not April, we'll see you next Monday. So thank you, everybody. Take care. And if you won a Roll20 module, congratulations. If you saw your name pop up, then if you contact Stiletto Assassin in chat, which is April, then she will manage to get you a little code to sort you out your free copy of the Roll20 module. That just leaves me to say thank you, everyone. Peace and long life. Live long and prosper.
Bye.